I think we're about ready. Nearly ready. Ball thrown in, and Siobhan Coyle has thrown it in, and right at the start it's Hannah Noonan for Parnells in the blue against Australasia, and an overcarrying decision right away. Siobhan Coyle has made that clear right from the start. And it's so difficult for the players because the wind is picked up. There's a storm here in Celtic Park. It's got really, really windy. We've had all sorts of weather already today, and it's been going 2 hours or so. This is our third final. We had sunshine at the start, and now it's threatening rain, and there's a little bit of threat leading to the first score of the game, and it's for Australasia playing into that strong wind. It's coming from the Brandywell end, if you know your Derry City, so this kick should carry with the wind, and there's a bit of rain in the air as well. Beautifully taken though by Tricia Malanafi. We remember her from the finals in Croke Park 4 years ago. Australasia looking to get another one over on Parnells, but Parnells will be extra determined today. It should be an absolutely cracking match here. The wind has now just died down slightly, and hopefully that weather will stay away. There's a blue sky up in the Cregan behind us here, and that's going to drop into the goalkeeper's arms. That's Kiva O'Reilly for Parnells. So it is the Ladies Open final for the Rachel Kenneally Cup, and it's Australasia against old rivals Parnells, and Australasia doing all the pressing at the start, even though they're playing into the wind. And there's a chance here for Maud Ann Foley. You'll remember her from her days playing for Westmeath. She's trying to work her way through. Goal chance, and there is a goal, and it's Ciara Burke from Mount Mellick in Laois and Wolves Tones in Victoria, Melbourne, with the first goal of the game. And Australasia doing really well at the start of this game. 1-1 against Parnells from London. They have made a really good start to this game, and that will please Teresa Daly, who's with me now, but not the rain, Teresa, which is now teeming down. But a good start for your team.
Oh, excellent start, and Ciara Burke, she's been on fire all week with goals coming from everywhere, so delighted with the start to the day.
This is Alice O'Brien giving it to Ellen O'Brien, and I believe she's, like yourself, Teresa, a Monaghan woman.
I believe so, yeah. I think she's from the Emmy Vale Club, but don't quote me.
Scottstown.
I am indeed.
And it's Australasia looking to get up the field again. As I say, the rain is starting to come down. It's a bit nasty, and it's weird because the sun's out. Or not the sun's out, the sky's out. The blue sky is over to our left. It's one of those things, one of those times when you might get a rainbow. Players not bothered about that. They all have their gloves on. That's Claire O'Brien, number 2, and she gets her free. The referee had given her advantage and says, no, you got to take it from the right spot. I'll go through the teams in just a second for you. Feel free to leave a comment on the live chat on the YouTube page there. I'll give you the teams when I just get a second here. This is Claire O'Brien, as I say, number 2. Goalkeeper for Parnells is Kiva O'Reilly. Number 3 is another O'Brien, that's Ellen O'Brien. And they have a Niamh O'Brien at 10 and an Alice O'Brien at 9. So 4 O'Briens for Parnells in London. This is Rennie Murphy, number 7, blown for overcarrying. I told you the referee had put down the markers. She's going to be tight in that. You're going to have to move it quickly.
They wouldn't be used to that in Australasia.
Oh, really?
Oh, there'd be plenty of referees would let maybe a few extra steps there now and again.
No, you'll not get away with that today. Siobhan has made that clear, and she's going to be consistent on that. That's the rule. And she's given a free there. So to go through the rest of the Parnells team, Josephine Quinn is at 4, 5 is Erin Desmond, 6 Rebecca Mills, 8 is Hannah Noonan, 11 is Katrina McGahan, 12 is Niamh Feeney, and 13 is Sinead Maher. Australasia have Laura Gallagher in goals, Donegal woman from the same club as Michael Murphy, Glen Swilly, plays for St Finbarrs in Western Australia. This is number 6, Rachel Talbot from Killygarry in Cavan, and plays for Michael Cusicks in Sydney. Can she put this over into the wind? She steadied herself. I think that's gone to the right, and it has. Number 2 for Australasia is Aisling Burke from Drumlane in Cavan, and Michael Cusicks. That's a Cavan woman out there, Teresa.
Plenty, and Cusicks seem to sweep them up, but both very instrumental to Michael Cusicks. They won the championship this year for the ladies.
You're saying that through gritted teeth as a Monaghan woman, I can tell. Number 7 is Tricia Malanafi. She's from Kenneally in Fermanagh, not too far away from Cavan, and she plays for Sinn Féin in Victoria. Cassie Moan is at number 4. She's from the Breda Club in Belfast. and plays with Southern Districts in Western Australia. That's out near Perth, or is it in
Perth?
Perth?
It's in Perth, yep.
Now that kick again, the wind has taken that one way to the right and wide, and Parnells remain without a score. So Laura Gallagher, good Donegal name.
I believe she's a sister of Neil Gallagher.
Oh right, he played for Donegal a lot. Well, that kick again, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt here and say it's the wind here that is carrying a lot of these kicks off, because these are high standard players, aren't they?
Oh, 100%. A lot of them would be former inter-county players in Ireland.
If a lot of them came back, they would get on to county panels, wouldn't
Oh, 100%, yes. The standard is unbelievable across the board in Australasia now.
You've another Donegal girl there at number 5, Jade O'Donnell, of course, from Clondegale, and scored a great goal the other day.
Wonderful, taken after her boyfriend who's on the men's open team, Adam Neely, number 11. He played,
Scored 2 goals in the first game.
Yes.
They're ripping it up. And Parnells get a free, and gives her a little tap, and they take it very quickly. Oh, and Trish just steps in there, so it breaks down, and the referee making a tick there as well. And it may have been better just taking their score there, but they thought there might be a goal on, but needed just a point to settle them, because they're 1-1 to no score down. Back to the Australasia team. Siobhan Greavy is at number 3. She's Roscommon.
Unfortunately she dislocated her shoulder in the previous game against Parnells. So she's watching from the sideline, I'd say, through gritted teeth herself.
Absolutely.
So the replacement came in, Amanda Ward. She's the Southern Districts club in Perth.
Oh, do you know what number she is?
She was number 14.
Number 14. Okay, so that's an extra player that I didn't have, but we'll add it now. And here's a chance now for Australasia. Smashed off the crossbar. How close can you get?
Andrea O'Reilly, she's from Wellington Hutt Valley, and she won player of the tournament at the Australasian Championships this year.
Another Cavan woman.
Another Cavan
from
woman.
Billaborough. And it's great that you have a couple of New Zealand players in there as well. I mean, you have also got Ailish Cassidy.
From the Slotneil club. Yeah.
Oh, and look, there's the number 14, Amanda Ward, you were talking about, got through the middle, but it didn't come to her. You've also, well, actually, I'll go back to the play, because Parnells are going forward with intent here, and it's Alice O'Brien. They look like that let off at the other end has galvanised them, and how did that not go in? Katrina McGahan just needed to touch it over the line and touched it against the post. It looked like a formality. And that's Australasia getting off the hook at this end. They break. It's Andrea O'Reilly again. Left leg bandaged up. It's been a tough week for these players. They've played a lot of tough football over the 4 days. There should be a score as the sun now comes out. Hit the bar second time. Australasia. Well, you said, Teresa, this will be a cracking game. And it is. Lovely skill. And popped over the bar by Maud Ann Foley from Kinnegad, Carlstown and Westmeath. Plays for St Finbars. And you have such a spread all the way from Wellington, New Zealand, right over to Perth. It's mad.
Over 6,000 kilometres between all of them. So they were very lucky they did get a training weekend in Sydney around the start of June, but that's the only time they've played together now until this week.
This game could be 3-2 to a goal, but instead it's 1-2 to no score for Australasia. They're 5 up and they're coming forward again. We've had rain, we've had sun, we've had wind. We've had all sorts of drama. We've had the crossbar rattled twice, and this should be another score for Australasia, and it is, and it's the number 10 again, that's Ciara Burke. The rest of the players, by the way, number 8 Sarah Bohannon is from Clare and plays for Cormac McAnallans. Ailish Cassidy, but deserves another mention from down the road here in Slough-Neil, and she's in this as well to give them a mention.
Yes, so
there's a lot of them.
Yeah, well, we have Balahi man.
Derry man,
so another Derry.
And then are these coaches as
and
well?
Marty Hassan.
Marty Hassan, he's Dungiven.
He's from Dungiven,
Owen Begg is where we'll be playing all week.
Yeah, and unfortunately Laura Brudel, who was initially on the team, sustained an injury before travelling, so wasn't able to take part, but has been very much a focal point of the team's preparations.
Goes to 1-4. It's been such a tough week, as we were saying, like 4 days of gruelling competition. That not that anyone was complaining, but I'm sure there's injuries that have been picked up.
Yeah, and heavy ground with all the rain. So. And
then this is a different kind of day. It's one game.
One game, and the sun is now out.
Yeah, it's a lovely day. Well, no one was complaining about that either, were they? Just me. I have about 6 layers on, but we're in the shade here, over on the far side from the stand. But it's turned out nice in the last 5 minutes or so. This is Maud Ann Foley again. She seems to be directing a lot of the play. She's got lots of nice close-in tricks there. You can tell that she's been at the top level.
Yeah, she has a dummy trick up her sleeve too. Once or twice it's been on show over the week.
So Australasia very much in control. So Laura Gallagher is able to come out of her goals. And they don't have to force it, but they are forcing it, and that's nicely laid off, and Foley comes out and the referee is in. She gave good advantage there and then was very clear in her decision, and bringing it back there for another free. And there's a pattern here. There's a lot of frees in front of goal now, and Parnells are hanging on, aren't they? At
the moment, and Ciara Burke, I'd say she should slot this over nicely.
Easily done.
She does.
Message coming in from Roisin saying best of luck to Australasia women, from Roisin, Amy and Maeve over in Western Australia, cheering on Maud and Laura. Thanks for that. And on the live chat, I will check that in a second. I don't have a link for that at the moment, but I will get that and check your comments coming in on the live chat. Feel free to leave that.
That's Aisling Burke. Oh, and they're on the attack again.
Did you say Aisling Burke?
Yes.
Do I have a Ciara Burke? Oh yes, an Aisling Burke. Oh, and they're through for another goal chance. Should be a goal for Cassidy. Oh, the Snockneil Camogie Queen, who is now based out in Wellington, New Zealand, comes back to Derry and caps it all with a goal in the final and makes it 2-5 to no score, on Australasia heading for the Ladies Open final title. She got through on a one-on-one there, and you just knew she wasn't going to let that up.
For someone who's only recently taken up football, she's showing her skill level is at a high standard.
She didn't play?
No, she played Camogie here in Slaughtneil and only took the football up when she went to Wellington to make up a few numbers, so dual star.
Not sure they have ladies football in Snockneil now you mention it, or she had to go all the way to New Zealand to play ladies football.
To get the football.
Yeah, well, she put that one away well, but it was the way that she held on to the ball. You know, she knew when the keeper was coming out, she knew how to hold on to it. By the way, just come back to the last game, the Camogie, for anyone who was listening. Just had a correction from Jennifer Coltraw saying it was the Camogie president, Hilda Breslin, who made the presentations at the end of that match. I couldn't see from here, and I'd met Kathleen Woods the other day at Owen Beg, and I thought, is that Kathleen? I just couldn't see from here, and the sun hasn't got over that side yet. No. So those are my excuses, so apologies for that, but it was indeed Hilda who made the presentation. We're over on the far side from the stand. Gallagher now, and Parnells, well, actually the flag did go up there from Gary Owen, and that is a point, or actually Gary Owen's at the other end, getting the officials mixed up now, but it is a point for Parnells. They are on the board, that's the important thing. And this is their number 9, Alice O'Brien, and that's a good ball, and there's room out here, you know, for Hannah Noonan, and she's dangerous. She's played for Dublin, she's London born. Oh, it's just gone wide. The big ooh goes from the crowd, and she puts her hands to her head, and that happens sometimes, you know. It happened in the last game as well in the Camogie, and it just doesn't happen sometimes for you. And those would normally go in, and Parnells really needed that. And I mentioned London born. I'm not actually sure if Hannah was now I mentioned it, but I know they have several at least who are London born. Here's a chance now for Alice O'Brien. They need a goal. It's McGahan again, and that's the third time really it looked like there was going to be a goal. But I guess, Teresa, we also have to pay tribute to the defending. They got across well. The
two got across very well. Read the ball, and unfortunately now I think there's a little bit of a head knock. I think that's why the referee stopped play, so hopefully we can get back up and running. But Parnell's very unlucky in front of goal.
Well, that's the same girl who had the first chance. That's Katrina McGahan, and you would have thought the first one should have went in. So is it really an 11-point game, do you think?
Not at all. Parnells are very strong coming through the middle there. Hannah Noonan, as you said, extremely skillful player, so we won't be counting our chickens just yet.
But they need one of those to go in. They really do. And Australasia have been playing into a strong wind in the first half. is number 6, Rachel Tall, but she's through, goes for goal. Well saved this time by the goalkeeper, Keevan O'Reilly. Is the referee blowing? Oh, she's blowing for half-time. That half flew in.
Flew in. Lots to talk about, lots of crossbars and a few misses in between, but some serious scores on the board for Australasia.
There really were. On the live chat, Lisa Loughnane says, great start to the game by Tricia. That's Tricia Malanafi. And Siobhan Sheeran, shout out to Niamh O'Neill, big Tyrone connection. Ciara Burke's #1 fan, they're squealing the house down. And Susan Bolt says, go Bolt. Thanks for those messages, and glad you're enjoying the coverage. We are going to take a break here, myself and Teresa Daly from Scottstown, enjoying that first half, cheering on Australasia. They lead 2-6 to 1 point, and good value for it.
Great value, yeah.
Oh, you would say that, but they are.
I'm a bit biased, Jerome.
Yeah, but there could have been 3 goals at the other end, and then you've had 2 chances of hit the bar at this end. It's been great entertainment. You said it'd be a good game.
Yeah, standard of ladies football is definitely increasing and getting higher across the world, so it's great to see.
And the officials, should mention them, of course. Pat Quill is the pitch coordinator, former president of the Ladies Gaelic Football Association, and at least 3 times Geraldine Casey's helping him. You have the referee is Siobhan Coyle, with Angela Gallagher and Tara McVeigh. You've also got Gus Chapman there, Gary Owen McMahon, Kieran Groom and Philip Conway doing umpire as well. Those are all the officials for this game. We'll be back in about 60 seconds. Quick turnaround. Welcome back for the second half in sunny Celtic Park, which I'm delighted to say. A few more messages coming in on the live chat. Ronan O'Malley, go on Andy and Ailish from everyone in the Treehouse and Wellington Hutt Valley. And Georgina Butler says, heads up Parnells, come on Niamh O'Brien. And they do need a bit of help. 2-6 to a point down yet they had 3 clear goal chances in the first half. This is Trisha Malanafe coming forwards. They are Australasia playing from left to right with the wind advantage in the second half, and it is a bigger pitch. Teresa Daly, as you were mentioning, from that they've been used to during the week, at least wider.
Wider. Definitely a lot more running on the legs too for them.
Yeah, and it's so tough. I mean, playing so many games all week, and today you have 1 game and it's a final, and it's a longer game too, I think.
Yeah, all week 9 minutes aside.
Yeah.
12 for the semi-final and now 15 today.
Now there's McGahan, who had 2 of the goal chances, and the kick comes in the end from Hannah Noonan. She had the other goal chance. They just can't find a way through, but she's got a free and it's going quickly. Oh, it's the second time they went quickly. First half it didn't work. I'd say she was thinking goal there.
100%, a little bit lower, and she would have. I think Laura Gallagher would have got it though, Jerome.
And the kick out goes straight to Ellen O'Brien, but who was that nipped in and got it? Oh, it was the number
Rachel
6, of course, Rachel Talbot, and she's looking for it again. She's there in support for Ciara Burke, but blown for overcarrying. Thought they were going to get through. There's a real intensity and pace about this game.
Yeah, once they get the ball, they have one thing on their mind.
I have to say, I don't think Parnells are dead, and I know that sounds crazy in a short game and they're 11 points down, but
no, we watched them yesterday now, and they could knock off a few goals in very quick succession, so they definitely know where the net is.
But that could also happen the other way. Australasia could get a couple of goals. It's that kind of game, and that's kind of standard. And here is a chance. Surely it's McGahan again. Oh, was that the wrong option?
Bohannon, she just got it there at the right time.
Oh, brilliant block. And McGahan gets another chance. Tries to give it to her goalkeeper. It's almost like the pace is a bit too frantic and they're sort of forcing the issue a bit much. Now the goalkeeper is caught a long way from goal. Now someone has gone in there to help, as happens in 9-a-side football. So someone is in the goals, but it's not the goalkeeper, who you maybe see in the shot there going back now. And she is going to take over in there. And Australasia, that's what, the 4th over carrying. I'm sure the message was given to the players at half time. You can't hang around, and that forces them to play a little bit faster as well.
No, it keeps the game moving too.
And this is Niamh O'Brien. Gets it again. And it's interesting to see there's no sweepers here. They're just going for it, which is great to see. And you often see that in ladies football. It's so entertaining. This is Noonan trying to get her way through, but tugged back by Sarah Bohannon. And the referee will tick for that. Is it 3 ticks when they're right here as well? I mean, they do 3 ticks in normal ladies football, but sure, that's over an hour, but these are shorter games.
Yeah, I believe so, full rules.
Yeah, but 3 ticks, I mean, you're not going to get 3 ticks in a short game. It could be.
You could be surprised, Jerome.
Well, I suppose so, but I mean, it means you can get away with quite a few fouls in a short game, which doesn't seem right. But anyway, who am I? Ellen O'Brien, number 3 for Parnells, and that's brilliant running by her, and she's gone all the way through. She runs into a wall. She was given advantage. They do get a free, and the frees are building up, but Parnells don't really need frees. They need a goal. And that's why they've gone short. They might get a goal. It's their number 7, Rennie Murphy, trying to get it. Noonan. McGahan again. And has she got a point?
She has.
The flag goes up, and there's a little bit of relief that they've at least got that. 3 points, still a long way back, but they're pressing strong, and maybe then leaving room at the back. And then room at the back means that Ciara Burke might profit. Off she goes. Gives it to Maud Ann Foley. And there's that dummy solo again. You know about it, you see it coming, but you still get fooled by it. Australasia just pressing, keeping the ball up the right end of the pitch from their point of view. Gets it again. And is that gone over just to the right, I think? I thought that was wide.
From here now, I thought it was going wide, but I suppose the umpire
no, he's put his flag down.
Oh, he put it down.
It always surprises me that an umpire right underneath it is asked to make the decision. I'm going, well, it's almost impossible to see. Or are they better placed to see because they're underneath it? Anyway, Parnells go on with the ball, and this is O'Brien. It's always safe to say O'Brien because they've got 4 of them, but it is Niamh O'Brien. And Noonan again, she's hungry for the ball, but you can see Australasia are really aware of her threat, and every time she gets the ball there's someone on her, and then 1 or 2 come in and converge on her. Murphy gives it out to Ellen O'Brien. You can tell they're not satisfied with points. They're trying to work their way in, but they're getting broken down a lot. In the end, Murphy goes, well, we'll just take our point, and she puts it to the left and puts it wide. on the YouTube chat. Carmel Callanan is messaging. Best of luck to Parnells and Bernard and Aidan on the line. And Helen Hughes says, come on Parnells, supporting from County Offaly. Now the goalkeeper is blown for, I think this is going to be a free in because not the goalkeeper, the referee is blown against the goalkeeper because I think the keeper took too long kicking it out, and the penalty in ladies football is different than the men's football. It's not a hot ball, it's a free in. So this is a chance for Hannah, but she's tended to go for goal today. Looks like she's going for point here though. Oh no, it's low. I think she was actually going for,
I think a point was on her mind, but
didn't connect. It's just not happening for Parnells, and time is running out for them. 2-7-3 they trail. Clara Fitzpatrick is on. Come on Australasia. She played in the last one.
she did indeed. Midfield, her and Sarah Donnelly from Tyrone. So great to hear that she's watching from Australia. I believe she's signed for the FLW now for the Gold Coast.
Nice point there by Rachel Talbot from Killygarry and Cavan. Yeah, I saw some great pictures the other day from back then. What a day it was, and the sunshine at Croke Park. And as you say, Tricia Milanofi got the vital score, and she's had a wee baby since
She
then.
does, yeah.
Eva.
Baby girl Eva. Yeah, I'm sure she's shouting on her mummy from the stands.
Laura Gallagher has it for Parnells. I wonder is the fizz just going out of it though? They need a score. They need it quickly. And I think it needs to be a goal, but they've just the 3 points on the board, which is strange considering the amount of pressing and attacking that they've been doing. It's just that they haven't had the luck around goal, and Australasia have defended really well, and they've got lots of numbers back there. There's Cassie Moan out defending, and she fouls. The referee lets it go on and then brings it back, and it will be a free in. So they're having to
really work for their
and
really
then
work
just
to get through.
take points, but
A lot of possession, but unfortunately for Parnells, nothing really coming to fruition for them.
they go short again. But even a short pass like that is not happening for Parnells. Will they get a break here? Will they get through? Murphy puts it over. Well, the points are adding up at least. That's 4 points. They do say take your points, the goals will come to reason. If they'd have done that, they probably would have had twice as many points on the board, wouldn't they?
Oh, without a doubt. I suppose with the shorter game, people think the goals are needed, and I suppose over the last couple of games in the week, the goals is what has proven vital. So it's hard when that's that short period when you don't have that 30 minutes aside.
This is Laura Gallagher coming out, the goalkeeper, but it's a chance for Noonan.
Oh, and Aisling Burke got her hand to it.
What an interception that is. It looks certain that there would be a goal. Absolutely certain that they'd finally get their goal, but brilliant interception. And you say it was Aisling Burke
Aisling
came
Burke,
over?
yeah, number 2.
Number 2 it was. The girl from Drumlane and Cavan came to the rescue. Talbot slips it to number 12, Andrea O'Reilly, and another Cavan girl puts it over. And in that little 30 seconds or so there, maybe Parnells have been rocked back even further. It's 2-9 to 4 points. Lovely little dummy here. This is good work coming out of defence though for Parnells. Certainly not giving up as the wind picks up. How many different types of weather have we had in one game?
Oh, there's Amanda Ward.
That's Amanda Ward, yeah. It was a really good interception by her. And they might get another score here because Andrea O'Reilly, who got the point a minute ago from Bailieborough in Cavan, lives in Wellington, New Zealand, is in Derry City, enjoying herself picking off points. 2-10 to 4 points. Now, if you just saw the scoreline, you'd think that was one hammering, but it really doesn't feel like that.
The old Parnells are always threatening in front of goal, and a few shots just haven't went their way.
Now this is Kiva O'Reilly, the goalkeeper for Parnells. And this is Hannah Noonan, and many times she see the ball in this area, but every time she does there's 3 people around her. O'Reilly trying to get through, and again it's turned over for Australasia, and that's brilliant defending, and away they go. And it's nearly a one-on-one. Australasia have loads of players over who've just come in actually, but that's over it. Eilish, I think, just come on as a sub there, and I thought she was going to come in the blind side there, but she didn't quite make it. But that could have put the icing on it, but it's still 2-10 to 4, and there's not long left. But Parnells still keep pressing. Claire O'Brien this time, faced with lots of jerseys in front of her, and again it's another one of those decisions. It's a free in. Sarah Thomas on the YouTube live chat says, come on Parnells. Carmel Brown says, Ryan watching from Geelong. Was it Geelong? Sorry.
Geelong.
That is Geelong. And Aisling King says, go on St Finbarrs and the Welly girls. And Robin Williams says, come on the ladies, Casa and the Wands. And I think I've read, yeah, Sarah Donnelly's on as well. Sarah Marie Donnelly. She's back here now, isn't she?
She is, yeah. I believe she got married there recently.
She did. She says, go on the Southern Districts girls, Wand and Cass, no bother to them. And Emily Blythe says, go on Ailish and Andy from Emma and Joe. That's New Zealand, and I was down there a few years ago. Remember the state games in Wellington and
2015, Jerome.
was it that long ago?
Yeah.
No, that was wind.
It was very windy. They were lucky they didn't have a washout.
Oh well, the previous week, yeah, they were counting how many ducks were out enjoying themselves on the pitch. So this is looking like your third victory in 4 finals today.
Oh, we're crossing our fingers, but yeah, I don't think there's too much left now.
But that's a great achievement for you. You've obviously done something right, and you like this format, and you've very strong teams.
Yeah, in fairness now, I have to say, we generally the team is made up of all stars from the Australasian Championship, so the standard's automatically quite high. And then if every injuries and that come across, but I have to say the influx of players even in the last 2 years now after COVID has been astronomical. Like in Sydney alone there's 1,600 players.
That'd be a challenge for somebody coming in to take over from Jared Rowe now.
Oh no.
Logistically,
the numbers have really grown, but and even in our international born, the Aussies taking up the sport has grown too, so it's great to see a lot more intermediate competitions within every code, and Camogie getting stronger, and I'd say participation for ladies is probably at the 40 to 45% mark, so
wow.
Great to see across the board.
So what's that numbers wise for ladies footballers in Australasia as they go through for a goal? Rachel Talbot, surely she finishes it, and she gives a fist pump as well. The girl from Killygarry in Cavan and plays for Michael Cusick in Sydney puts the tin hat on it. It's 3-10 to 5 points, a big victory, and the third final today that is going to be 1 out of 4 for Australasia.
Unbelievable achievement. I have to say the players and the management have been very organised, raising funds to get here. I suppose every team has had a lot of money to raise to get them across the world to participate, so great to see all that hard work coming with a cup hopefully at the end of it.
I think you're safe now.
Am I?
I think you're safe. I was saying to you there, how does that transfer? Like 40 to 50% of your membership as such is ladies football. What is that numbers wise like?
So we've about 4,000 players across Australasia. Yeah.
4,000?
Not ladies now, that's total, Jerome.
Oh, right.
Total.
I was wondering.
So probably 1,800 I would say.
Wow.
And a lot of former.
The way it's going, it will be 4,000.
Yeah, well hopefully.
Oh, and they're still going for goal, and still not happening for Parnells. If they could do with a wee goal, you wouldn't begrudge them that, would you?
No, well.
Okay, you would. Louise Donnelly on the chat says, go on, Sarah Bohannon. Mark's anxiously watching all the way from Melbourne. And of course, I said earlier on, it was early morning. It's evening out there.
Evening, yeah, it would be.
So there's no excuse for not watching. Hey, look where Cassie Mona is up in the attack. Oh, she's just blowing. She got caught in two minds, tried to play the pass, and then thought about it and just changed her mind. And the referee, Siobhan Coyle, has been tighten that all day. The other number 4, Josephine Quinn now for Parnells. Just seeing out this game, but it's been one of those finals that has really flown past. You know, you can't take your eyes off it, and Parnells definitely haven't ever given up. But look, there's the interception coming in from Sarah Bohannon, and it's another free in. The second half just seems like it's been one free after another for Parnells, and they just keep knocking on that door, but the defence has been so organised and so tenacious.
I'd say she'll go short now to, goal is on the mind.
Let's try it again. And that actually hit one of your players in the back. Was it Tricia or somebody? I'm not sure. But anyway, there is the final whistle. And another victory for Australasia. 3 out of 4 finals. And just off camera, I see a nice moment there where Cassie Moan went to commiserate with the losing goalkeeper, Kiva O'Reilly from Parnells. And Parnells, very frustrating final for them. They're certainly better than the scoreline suggested, 3-10 to 5 points, there's no doubt about that. But it is Australasia who will celebrate as champions again, and they are going to lift the Rachel Kenneally Cup. And Rachel Kenneally was a player with the Arabian Celts in the Middle East who tragically passed in the last couple of years. And it's nice to see the cup named after her for the Ladies Open Final, and that cup will be collected for Australasia by your captain. Who's your captain?
I've gone blank, Jerome.
You don't know? We'll find out in about 2 minutes, because what they're going to do is bring the players over, and then the losing team will go up to get their medals, and then they'll bring the winning team up, and we'll see who lifts the cup. And Micheál Naughton is over there, the president of the Ladies Gaelic Football Association. Well, he's a Donegal man, not too far away from here. And it's great to have the game. As an Ulster woman, you'll appreciate it coming back here, won't you?
Oh, great. Very, very. The facilities in Owenbeg all week have been exceptional. I believe they've done a lot of work in the last year, and John Keenan and his team there in Derry should be very proud of themselves, especially to keep the pitches all working in a torrential rain setting across the week. Yeah, the facilities are second to none.
Another message come in there, by the way, from Marguerite McAvoy. She wanted to wish Ciara Burke the very best of luck for Australasia. She was playing number 10 and the game has just finished. And she says that Ciara is a fantastic role model for all our younger girls in her club in Laois, that's Mount Mellick. We're very proud of her from all in Sarsfields in Mount Mellick. Isn't that a nice message? Lovely,
and I think a lot of them girls over the years will probably take up the coaching mantle, hopefully. But I'd say they'll keep the boots on for a lot longer yet.
But I mean, isn't it nice that, you know, a girl from a small area like that can go to Australia or New Zealand and her club still looks up to her, but so many top players, I suppose, are going to Australia. Anyway, it's a bit of a trend.
It seems to be. With the AFLW, I think could be something like over 30 Irish players now. And within the clubs across Australasia, a lot of superstars from their clubs, so the clubs here probably find a bit of a struggle too in relation to them coming across, but generally they always go back home.
There's another one actually, Cara McCrossan, who plays out there. She's from Tyrone, and she's just messaged saying well done Tricia, Ciara and the girls. Cara's from Tyrone, of course, from Omagh, not too far from here, and that is the Parnells team going up at the minute, and they will be followed then by Australasia. And then we'll have another final coming right up. They're thick and fast. 4 streams down, 5 to go. 5 more finals. Free to view on the official GAA YouTube channel. The next one is the International Camogie final between Coastal Virginia and Southeast in America, and you can stay for that if you want. I'm sure you're an expert in Camogie in America and those areas, no?
I wouldn't know too much about those areas, Jerome, but
I'm really looking forward to it.
Great to see players, you know, that aren't of Irish born playing Camogie.
And they love it. And you should hear them. I'm sure you've heard them during the week on the sideline and the way they're talking and going on about the games, and they're so passionate about it. And
it's been unbelievable. Even the presentations for the medals, you know, at the Owenbeg, it's all a bit of a dancing and surfing.
Now, who's the captain?
Oh, Siobhan Greavy, sorry, the injured player, and Laura Gallagher, yeah.
Oh, well, that's a nice touch that they're...
Yeah, that she's been able to come up, because she was gutted now to miss playing, so great to get the win for her.
Cup lifted in the air, the Rachel Kenneally Cup by the winners for 2023 at the FRS Recruitment GAA World Games. And it's Australasia, 3 out of 4 for them. It's proven to be a great day for them so far, and they're not finished yet. There's a message on the YouTube live chat, and it says hard luck Tommy Donoghue. He's a manager of London and an absolute legend in LGFA terms in that part of the world, a real character. and he was pushing them all week. In their first game, I saw them, they won by about 10 goals, and he gave out hell to them, keeping them on their toes. But
no, they've been exceptional all week,
yeah.
Parnells, and I think our girls just turned a little bit of an extra screw today, and I suppose a little bit of luck as well.
Well, I was going to say luck, but he's also hit the bar twice.
Yeah,
you know, it was just, but it was a great game. I mean, ladies football always provides, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%, and looking forward now to the hurling later on for ourselves. So be great to see who gets the spoils in that one too. That'll be another, well, I believe another crackering game, because they've been toe to toe with Middle East across the board in most of the codes this week, and let's hope they can do it again for.
Okay, well, that's later on. The next game is completely different. It is Camogie and it's Americans. That's the American Derby coming up. Really looking forward to that, but it'll be maybe a couple of minutes away. There's a parade as well, so we're going to just pause and go off for a couple of minutes, but we will be right back. Thank you, Teresa, for being with us for that game. Very entertaining ladies final.
No problem.
Really, really looking forward to this one. Camogie International Final for the Etty Kelly Cup. It's Southeast in the USA against Coastal Virginia, USA. So it's an American derby. Really looking forward to it here in Celtic Park in the FRS Recruitment GAA World Games. It's the 5th final of today. I'm nearly losing count. I think it is the 5th. Yeah, it's the 5th. And the parade is almost ready. The band over there, and you can see the strength of the wind coming up Loch Foyle from the Strabane area up into Derry. It's going from left to right, so whatever team is playing from left to right has a big advantage there. You see the flags from the provinces and from Derry out there, and for the World Games. You have to keep saying that. You have to believe that the world has come to Derry. And the Americans are here. Never mind these Australasians or all these Irish people abroad. Let's get the Americans on board. Let's have the crack. So we have Benjamin Conaway here. And Benjamin, you've been having a great week. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'll tell you, this is an experience of a lifetime. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee. It's Upper East Tennessee, foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. Had some my people from West Virginia, apparently originally from Antrim way back, but grew up in East Tennessee and loved sport from a young age. Played basketball, found hurling about 6-7 years ago. Greatest sport in the world.
Found hurling? How do you mean you found it? How did you find it?
I was in college at West Virginia University, and an Offaly man, Colm Coughlin, he came over with a Wexford man, Philip Murphy, and we got on quite great, you know. And I said, I'm gonna come visit you in Ireland. 3 years. Well, it took me 5, but my wife and I came in 2015. Spent 2 weeks. He took me to Croke Park. Had no idea about hurling. Never seen it.
What was your first game?
Leinster final, Galway, Kilkenny. It's when Joe Canning, 80-meter ball, pirouetted, spun, back of the net. From there, he took me to a smaller park, put a stick in my hand, shoved it in my backpack,
So
and
Joey
went home.
Canning did it for you. That's not a bad way to go.
I'd have to say, I do root for Galway now.
Wow.
It's too amazing not to.
Yeah, he was amazing. Really, really cool. I mean, he could do things that some boys couldn't do. You know, he was. So you got a good one there. That was magic.
He makes the sideline cut look easy, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, well the one he put over. Oh yeah, you were there for that one, no?
No, it's just
the All Ireland.
Yeah, TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ah, it's amazing. But that's good. You're on board for it and for the Camogie here as well. So what's your connection with Southeast with them?
Yeah, so the Southeast is a representation of a number of clubs in the Southeast of America, and this is the first time we've pressed on and have our own sort of county, conglomerate. So they've selected players from Raleigh, North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, and Knoxville, Tennessee, among others. And so this was a massive effort on our part to put together the highest type of standard we could and to come over to the origin of the game and give everything we had in every way we could. And so I'm a representation of that on the hurling side of things, and happy to support the Camogues.
Okay, well let's look at them. Where are they on the pitch now? There's a bit of a clash of colours here, but you're over to the left-hand side. That's you in the shot there. That's your team, yeah. So let's go through. Number 1, Samantha Vernon, known as Alex.
Yes.
Number 2, Jennifer Haggerty. Now, she sounds a wee bit Irish, just a wee bit. 3, Sarah Spiller. 4, Megan Steffs, is that right?
Yes, yeah.
How do you pronounce it?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
5, Rebecca Brown. 6, Roxanne Rosario.
Yeah, she goes by Roxy, yeah, Roxanne Rosario, yeah.
Great name either way. 7, Merritt Brown.
Oh, she's a good one, Merritt. 7, Merritt Brown, yeah.
8, Samantha Menton. 9, Christine Cardell.
Yeah.
Another Kristen at 10, Kristen Bolt.
Yes.
11, Nicole Gordon. 12, Danielle
Lanfear.
And 13, Samantha Turner.
Yeah.
And for Coastal Virginia, let's look at them. Number 1, Maisie Austin.
Yes.
2, Cassie Hunsberger. 3, Amanda. I'm going to leave that one to you.
Volkovich.
I'd say Volkovich, maybe? Something like that.
Volkovich.
4, Ali Hermats.
Hermats.
5, Megan Parker. 6, Tara Dooley. She's the only Irish sounding one. 7, Rachel Vernon. 8, Jennifer DeAugustine. 9, Stephanie Jones McAlpine. 10, Jacqueline Stepp. 11, Natalie Bennett. 12, Courtney Otto. And 13, Megan McHattie Cole. And I would suggest there's a lot of different backgrounds there.
Yeah.
From all over the place. So your Southeast girls, how many of them do you know, and what clubs are represented here?
Yeah, so The majority of the group is from Atlanta. Atlanta Camogie has been the absolute standard in the Southeast for years now, really pressing it on. Camogie is sort of just new to the area in a way, but they're the heart of the team. But now Merritt Brown, she plays Knoxville hurling. We put her right on with the lads. 2 years ago, she was voted MVP in the Knoxville Hurling Club by the players. She has an incredible standard. We've really had to push on co-ed hurling. It's kind of been controversial, but she's so good. We got to keep her on the pitch. Hey. From there, Roxy is a representation of Charlotte, and there's some Raleigh girls in there too.
Right. So I mentioned the clash in colours, and what's happened is one of the teams have turned their jerseys inside out.
Thank goodness.
So I cannot. No, not really, because you can't see the numbers. I can't make out the numbers. Well, number 8 might be easier, but it's going to be really difficult to recognise or to commentate on the players. So this is number 5 for you. Is that right?
Yeah, Becky.
You're in the red and the blue.
That's correct. Yes.
Sorry, the navy as opposed to blue. Both teams are in the red and blue. So this is your goalkeeper.
Yes.
Right. Got it now. That's Samantha Vernon. So Alex under pressure though. And it goes out, and it's a wide indeed, but the crowd are behind us. You can hear the crowd on the far side really getting behind us. Big travelling support.
Yes, great support.
And a lot of people online as well. And the goalkeeper, Alex, gets it out. Playing into the wind, gets it to Sarah Spiller, and she doesn't spill it. She gets it out into the middle of the field. And, you know, we're not expecting you guys to have the same standard, but the same heart and the same passion is there, definitely. It's going to be a free in for Coastal Virginia. You were telling me that you were twinned with Drum.
Correct.
And you had a great moment with them last night, and they were very generous.
Oh, the level of hospitality and generosity has been unreal. Unmatched and unreal. I feel like we just found a similar kindred spirit, and we all felt it, and it all was a full display. It was a beauty.
And you got jerseys from them. What was that about?
Oh, we did. So they offered us 1990 Drum All-Ireland Final jerseys. Hand-stitched numbers on the back. They gave them out to all of us. And they had another year, 2003.
All of you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that great? There's a link there that you'll keep.
Yes, the link was strong. It came quick, and it came in a way that's super meaningful. Take these memories we've made, we'll take to the grave, you know. We'll never forget them.
You got to keep beating that drum.
Yeah.
Sorry for the pun.
I liked it, though. Hey.
You know.
We have a bit of a drum, you know. The Southeast there used to be the Cherokee. The indigenous people were the Cherokee. Oh, they loved a good drum. And the good tribal culture.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now you need a score here.
Yeah.
You've gone 2 points down, Coastal Virginia, but this is Coastal Virginia in the red with the navy skirts. Oh, nice, or skirt. Good ball in. There's a chance here. Oh, she's got the tights on. She must have seen the weather forecast. We've had every weather here today, and the goalkeeper's got the tights on too. I've got my leggings on too here, I have to say. It's been that cold, but the sun is out at the minute, and we're hoping it gets a little bit warmer, but it's just been that kind of week. You've had everything. It's good, tenacious effort there from Rachel Vernon on the ground. Or rather, it was Merritt Brown, so the girl you were talking about. I see what you mean now about her. She went into that and threw everything into it.
Yeah, her level of athleticism and her agility and passion really put her forward in a nice way.
Just on a wee bit of a break here. Talk to me about the culture of Camogie that you've got going there. You've mentioned Atlanta, Knoxville, Charlotte all getting involved, and I know Atlanta myself from years ago. I was there once, and then they also appeared like at a tournament in San Diego.
Yes.
They brought a team all the way across the country, and I thought, is that just a few people? But they've obviously created a culture.
Yeah, they've really set the standard, and everybody's catching on and coming along. Raleigh has Camogie's going too. And Knoxville's been a big heart for us. In Knoxville, we're only 6-7 years into the GAA, but you know, it's something we're aspiring to, is trying to get the women involved. The GAA games give so much to the community. They drive on so much good.
Why is that, do you think?
Oh, it's physical, relational, and spiritual health. It develops all the holistic nature of that. When you root yourself somewhere, and then you connect to people, and then you have something that you can drive on together in, it just drives it in a way that we need desperately in America.
Yeah, it also suggests, though, that there are a lot of people who don't have roots and aren't connected really, or aren't rooted.
Yeah. There's a level of transmigration, or just moving on too quickly and not settling and get pushing through the hard times to get the fruit of it, you know. And I think the GAA helps people sit down, belong, and become kind of deal.
Cool. That's interesting to hear from an American perspective. It's 2 points to nil still. You need to get on the board, but you are playing into the strong winds. So you need to get into this game, but it's not easy. And that is the goalkeeper, Alex. But number 5, Rebecca Brown, is going over to say, I'll hit this one. So they're trying something different. She's just clarifying where she hits it from. It has to be from the small square. I'm going to check the messages because I know there's a lot of enthusiasm, shall I say, online from people watching over in the States. What time of day is it over there where you're from, or Knoxville?
6:30. Be 5 hour difference, 6:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there's people making the effort, so that says something.
Sipping their coffee while watching.
Yeah. Oh, you all get up early over there, I'm sure. Michael Versosky, I think that is said Cova. What's Cova?
Coastal Virginia.
Ah, of course. Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Daniel Flores is on as well. 7:30. Michael believes it's on it. Also TL Cassidy. Oh, and there's a chance of a goal. Keeper bats it out though. That's Marie Austin who batted it out. Good save. Christopher Sipes says let's go southeast. And says they're all stars. Michael says it's a touch breezy. That's easy for you to say, Michael. Or maybe he's here, maybe he's over in the stand watching. But yeah, it has been breezy, although it's died down a little bit now since the start of the game. Nikki Everett says let's go Cova, and Aisling, go Cova. And Lynn Richardson, let's go southeast. Nikki Everett again, yes Megans. And Anthony Perez, let's go Cova. Come on Cassie. A lot of support for Coastal Virginia online. Now, this is just inside her own half. So it looks like she fancies it. Gets a good connection on it, but it's going to drop short. Might go all the way through. On, pulled across. There's a goal chance here. There's a body on the line trying to stop it getting through. It's rather frantic in there, but in the end, Benjamin, you just about got away with that.
Yeah, that was a tight one there. Had to really scrap just to get that out of bounds.
Linesperson goes in because it's going to be a 45, although not quite a 45, but this is a smaller pitch they're using here at Celtic Park. And the roll-on, roll-off subs as well, keeping everything fresh, which is difficult after a really long week of Camogie. That's a great connection, but it might have gone to the right. Is it in? It is in. Really good connection. I think it was Ali. It was number 4. Ali who got it. It was indeed Ali Harmatz. And that's a good score and makes it 3-0. Maybe using the wind to your advantage there. And they'll have to use that as much as they can in this first half. Here's a chance of a goal. Oh, and yes, it goes in the corner. What a super finish. And it is a goal in the American Derby for Southeast, and it is
Stephanie McAlpine.
Stephanie Jones McAlpine, number 9. I had to check it here with Seamus, who's with us.
Coastal Virginia with a great push right there at the goal. Great start by Cova. Southeast has got to get stuck in.
Yeah. Getting a wee bit confused in some of the names. They're both wearing red. That could go in the net. It's gone over, and that's the first point of the game. And it's for Southeast, and it's Jennifer Hegarty who got it. She must be from Ireland.
Hey, she must be.
Jennifer Hegarty. I mean, come on.
No, homegrown hurling. Hurling, yeah.
Must be some lineage there. As the rain now comes down, what do you think of this weather? We get everything here.
A little bit of everything, yeah. Hey.
In about half an hour, you get everything.
Wait, looking at the report, I thought it might rain more, actually. I think it's been quite good compared to what we were expecting, you know. Feels like this is... Where I'm from, it was 90 degrees Fahrenheit and
really?
Humid when I left. So this is fall weather for us. It's nice.
Oh, beautifully taken. And is that the number 2 Hunsberger up there? Oh, this rain's nasty. This rain is nasty, but the game is heating up. Oh, hold on, she's made a mistake there. There could be a goal here at the other end. Desperate challenges going in. And it's the number 3 for Southeast, Sarah Spiller, trying to get it out of there. Just about succeeded. And Southwest in the red are under serious pressure. They're 1-3 to a point down. but they are playing into that strong wind that I mentioned. And that connection has not gone onto the play, so it'll go the other way. So it's, just to be clear, it's Coastal Virginia in the reverse jerseys, because they were both wearing red, so there's a clash there. So they've reversed their jerseys, so they're in what looks like a pink, and it's Southeast in the red, playing from right to left, and it's the Camogie International final. And the challenges flying in, no shortage of commitment with these girls at all. Number 12 is Danielle Lanfear. 9 is Kristen Cardell, and there's a chance here for Hegarty. She's through. She's got their only score so far. I thought she might go low, but she's got a point out of it at least. That's her second score. It's her team's second score, and she immediately goes to the sideline for a rest. It's 1-3-2, and that's a bit better. Benjamin Conaway is with me, and what time are we at here? 10 minutes in, so you have 3 or 4 minutes. I think it's in case Benjamin of trying to hold out to half time, really, because you'll have the wind in the second half, so try and keep it close.
Yeah, finish the first half strong, regroup at halftime, get the wind at your back and see where we can go from there. Hopefully you'll get your sails up in the second half and the wind will carry you through.
Yeah, I like what you did there. Southeast 2 points, Coastal Virginia in the reverse pink jerseys 1-3. And this is the number 3. And that's Sarah Spiller. Gets good distance on it as well and gets it up towards Merritt Brown. And she seems to always go for ground. She's that athletic, as you said. She dives and everything, and she is very agile.
Yeah, we've set a culture in Knoxville especially. No holding back, eh? No holding back. So that tends to lead us to go out and give it all and just see what happens.
We'll leave it out there.
Do our best at least.
And there's an interesting ball. It's cleared all the way into the forward area. Low one. Good defending though. And I think that's Sarah Spiller again, is it? And get it over halfway. In fact, it wasn't. It was Rebecca Brown who did well. But there's a long way back here. Got a little bit disjointed at the minute, but there's a good clearance.
On the back, on the back.
That's a long, dangerous one down the throat, down the heart of the defence. Good defending though, and that's been a feature of the first half. Benjamin, you must be happy with the way your defence has been playing.
Absolutely, a lot of good blocking, trying to get in and hooking it, and, giving every effort on D to slow them down the best we can.
Oh, hold on. She got a goal before. She's gone through looking for another one, though. But that's really good defending. 2 or 3 players getting in the way and closing the door. That was Megan Steffs, who did well. And all the way back there, it's Kristen Bolt. And out she comes. Oh, lovely little sidestep. She's got plenty of room. Nobody near her, so she gets the strike away. Oh, and gets it up. And is that 7 again? It is. It's Merritt Brown. Off she goes. Oh, what a run. She's through. She's still going. They need a goal. Is she going to score? Come on. Oh, get in the net. Merritt Brown. And she merited that one because she went all the way through on her own. What a fantastic individual goal for Southeast of USA in this All-American Derby in the Camogie International Final. It is thrilling stuff.
Absolutely class run there up the right side. Pushed through, dropped the ball, picked it back up in the back of the net.
1-3 to 1-2. We have a game on. Oh, what a pull overhead. Do you teach that, or did you just make that up her own?
I think that's an ad-lib on the run.
Ad-lib.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, the Southeast, I think, is known for a bit of scrappiness, but the skill's coming along too. You get the scrappiness and the skill.
I don't mean to be unkind, Benjamin. It's just that the games sometimes go that way.
No,
but,
to me, that's a compliment. If you call me scrappy, that's good.
It's just sometimes the possession can change hands really quickly. And there is a halftime whistle. Well, I said to you needed to keep it tight. You've done that. 1-3 to 1-2 at halftime, and that was a really entertaining first half. Really enjoyed that. Are you happy?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a really class effort there. Got the game closer. We'll see if we can go in the second half. It's setting it up for an excellent finish.
Brilliant, Benjamin. Thanks for that. We're going to substitute you at half-time and bring in Seamus McVeigh. Before that, we're going to take a break. So we'll be back in about 1 minute.
The Galway defence called into action. Liam McGovern is in. Goal!
Gone a long way, lays it across the centre and it's fisted to the net from Ben Creeley. Moody under an awful lot of pressure and he's got himself into a bit of a pickle here, and a goal opportunity for Tim, and it's taken by Jake Norris.
It's McCluskey, it's a goal!
Limerick's long run undefeated in the Munster Championship is brought to an end.
Cut through, saved by Duffy, it's Mulroy, off the line, or was it? Here's Robbie O'Flynn, he's in again, Hugh!
Huge effort, it's an enormous score!
They're in big trouble here, goal chance for Clare, expertly taken, what a brilliant goal that was! Spots the run of McLaughlin! Owen McLaughlin, records tumble at Fitzgerald Stadium in Killarney.
Trying to find Smith again. A clever flick on and a goal chance to Westmeath, and it's brilliantly taken. Burnham's beneath the dropping ball. Might break for him, and Joss! They've got their goal!
McGuigan kicking into the Brandywell end. It's Carl O'Connell, it's on its way, it's over! Dropped, full stop by Shelley, it's picked up by Hutchinson! And in fact David Goff is given a penalty. So it's David Clifford, goal! That is really selfless play from Paddy Small. Canavan, another one. Opportunity here, shot goes in, is it going to trickle in? It is!
Here's McCarthy to win it!
It's a scramble defence and it's not going to hold. Saved again. Rory Beggan is the hero.
Brilliant piece of ingenuity that was from David Clifford. O'Shea looking to end this game, he has done.
Here comes the sun, say the Beatles, and so say us as well, because the sun has come out and replaced the rain, maybe not the winds, but we are just having one type of weather replaced by another all morning here. And the second half is about to start in the Camogie International Final for the Etty Kelly Cup. And it is Coastal Virginia against Southeast, and it's Southeast in the red jerseys, Coastal Virginia now in the pink. They've reversed their jerseys because they wear red as well, and look at that, they're going for it right away. These girls know only one way, and that is to go forward, go at it. We've had a very entertaining first half, 1-3 to 1-2 for the girls in pink. That is Coastal Virginia. It has been really entertaining. Great goal at the end of it. An individual effort from Merritt Brown. Anything can happen. And we have a new co-commentator. It's Seamus McVeigh. I kid you not, although Seamus, you do not look like a Seamus.
Yeah.
You look like a Harley Davidson guy along Route 66 in America somewhere to me.
Yeah, I have a Harley that I ride it periodically, and
See?
it's a grand time.
But tell me the Seamus McVeigh bit then. What's your background?
So I'm actually from Flint, Michigan, and I played soccer all my life, and I moved to Madison in 2018. I was playing against the Irish lads, and they were like, "Hey, you're really good. We want you to come out and try football." And I fell in love with football right off the bat. And the club has hurling as well, so they're like, "Hey, now that you're playing football, let's go for hurling." I'm like, I don't know. And they finally talked me into hurling. And then I moved up to Minneapolis area, and I jumped in with TCRE up the Emmets.
Sorry, what is TCRE?
Twin City Robert Emmets.
Right.
And there are actually 3 players from TCRE that are out there today. So good morning to everybody up in Minneapolis area.
So you found hurling, if you don't mind me asking, what age were you?
39.
Wow. There's so many guys who've taken up hurling in the States, and they seem to get to that age and it's like, why have I not known about this game? And they latch on to it and they love something about it. What is it that you love about it?
Just the fast movement, going hard at it. I've played sports all my life, and soccer, and it's just so phenomenal to be out there, and the camaraderie of all the guys. It's just such a great sport, so much fun. I love it, and I'll play as long as I can. Eventually I'll probably end up in goal or on the sideline doing
Imagine
something.
if you'd have found it when you were 21, but I know what you mean about it being all action. I mean, somebody was telling me last night they went to see a baseball game and nothing happened for about 20 minutes. Whereas this game in 20 minutes, so much can happen. It's all action. This is it Merritt Brown again? Oh, she's got it through, and Kristen Cardell is there. Oh, she had the opportunity. Hasn't quite gone away yet, but she could have got a goal. Has she got a point? She has. Level game.
Level game.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
The wind is definitely a factor out here, and the ball's moving pretty well with the wind, and that.
Yeah, it is, but it hasn't been as strong. I have to point out your defence was a bit slack there. Who was marking her?
Yeah. I don't know on that one.
Big puck outs over halfway. And that's what you call direct hurling. Oh, it was well watched by the goalkeeper, and she did have to watch it. And it's a number 8 in goals there, actually, for South East, Samantha Menton. So they've changed their keeper.
Okay. I guess they got scared of us and had to switch it up.
They've 3 Samanthas on their team, so they've changed one Samantha in goals for another Samantha. So Samantha Menton has gone in for Samantha Vernon, known as Alex. She's in goals there. But promising from your team.
Yeah, it's very interesting because the ladies just started playing here, so they first couple games they were learning each other, learning how to play with each other, and they've meshed so well since their first game. And it's just phenomenal to watch them out there playing as a team.
Yeah, so they all live good distances apart, and some of them are not even in the same club, never mind the same city.
Correct. There's, I believe it's 3 clubs. It's Richmond, Coastal Virginia, and Twin City Robert Emmets.
You sound a bit surprised that they've got on so well.
I mean, it usually takes a couple of games to get meshed like that, and these ladies became really good friends really quickly, and just started playing together so well.
Well, there's nothing like a trip to Ireland to bring people together. Oh, that's a good effort. That might even tip in. Oh, it's gone wide. It's gone wide.
That's Stephanie McAlpine with the shot there.
Yeah, she got the goal in the first half?
She did get the goal in the first half.
Now, South East coming again. Ball in there, but it's gone all the way through to the goalkeeper, but she still has to deal with it, and she's under pressure now from Bolt. And eventually shovels it out, and that's the number 10. I think I can see that's Jennifer. No, it's Jacqueline Stepp. Numbers hard to see because they've switched the jerseys around. I'm trying to figure out what they. Oh, beautiful take, beautifully taken in her left hand, and she got a score out of it. Might even drop in the net, goes over the bar. Well, that was a class score, and she acknowledges it herself. Who was that?
Stephanie McAlpine again.
Oh, it's her again. Yeah, she's class. She's a great player.
She is one of the best Camogie players from the States, and you can tell because they're actually double teaming her because of how well she plays.
Okay. Yeah, she's your main forward. You can see why she's been making a difference up there. If you can get it up to her, she can do a bit of damage.
Oh yeah, we have our city league is a co-ed league, and she is up there with a lot of the guys just doing so well.
So she's American
Yes.
born. So how did she learn the game?
I actually do not know that one. Her and her husband play it, and they're both phenomenal players. I imagine most of the times they just sit out back and hit to each other all day long. So
Yeah.
that's what I imagine their life is like.
Well, it's paying off because she's a really good player and she's got great finishing ability and good on the ball. And you need a bit of sort of strength as well to get the ball in the first place, and they're doing that. But this is good play from Southeast. But the ball into the forwards hasn't always been as effective. Now there's an injury
Jackie's
to.
down.
Yeah, she's down, and that is going to go to the right and wide, so they haven't taken advantage of it. So it remains 1-3 to 1-4, and we're going to need a little bit of treatment here. So there's going to be a little bit of a lull in the proceedings. You had a good week?
Oh, it's grand. Everybody here
Grand.
is so nice, and
That's the word we'd use. You're stealing our words. You've even got the language here now.
I'm trying to get in, as
That's
best
all
I
right.
can.
I will let you do it. That's fine. And what club were you at? Did you go to Twinning?
So we were the other part of Coastal Virginia. So we had same thing, guys from Richmond, Cova, and then two of us from Twin City, Robert Evans.
No, I mean here. Did you on Tuesday night go to visit a local dairy club?
So the club that we went to was Loop.
The Loop.
Yep.
It's known as the Loop.
The Loop. Okay.
It's Loop,
sorry.
but people just call it the Loop.
Fair. Yeah, I wasn't able to make it, but the most of the club was there. They said it was such a great time, and they got to even practice with the Camogues. So it was good to see.
Oh, so they got a bit of play as well. Not everybody got that, but you got a bit of sort of training session.
Yeah, I saw the pictures from it, and they were doing the cross passes and everything like that. So they looked like they were having fun out there, and I believe everybody enjoyed themselves.
And what did you think of Owen Begg during the week, the 4 days up there?
Oh, that was so awesome. I mean, to me, one of the greatest parts about it was just the background. I mean, with the mountains back there.
Really?
Yes, it was such a gorgeous spot, and we don't have that back home in Minneapolis area. It's nothing but flatland. So.
Yeah, you're not the first person who said that to me this week, and I have to say, I mean, if you get around a bit more, you'll see even more spectacular scenery in Donegal and the north coast and around Antrim and further down. There's some exceptional places. And I'm not saying Owen Begg isn't fabulous. It is nice, but there's some real. That's only the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish we were staying here a little bit longer, but I after being here for the week and everything like that, I'm excited to actually come back and do the tourist thing and sightsee as much as I can.
And did you get time before it to do anything? Did you go to the hurling final or anything like that?
So we were able to go to the All-Ireland final.
No
That
way.
was class. Oh my gosh. That was so much fun to watch. I was actually behind the goal that they were scoring on at the end, and it was just so much fun to be there. And
Was that Hill 16?
or
Or the other end? The terrace end or the other end?
The other end.
The other end, okay. So the canal end, yeah.
Yeah. And
Wow.
it was just an amazing game to watch.
And what was your best memory of the game? What was your moment you sort of went, wow?
One of the full forwards took it to the sideline almost on side and end line and just had this great shot from no angle and put it through like it was, kicking it into the goal for football. And I'm like, how did they do that?
It's cool that you were low down, because when you're low down and see it at that level, at that standard, it just takes your breath away. They're so fast. And you think, oh my God, he's hit that really hard, and he just plucks it out of the air.
Yeah, it's watching them was amazing. And, I'll never be anywhere near that level because I started so late. But, watching them, just phenomenal.
Yeah, it is awesome. And some of the lads too, I mean, they're 6'6". They're giants, those guys, and they've got such fantastic close skill.
Absolutely.
So unfortunately, we've had an injury there, and I'm not sure who it was with the numbers in the backs, but
Jackie.
It was Jackie, was it?
Yep.
Was it Jackie Step? Might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's
Jackie
had to
Step.
go off, yeah.
Yep.
So that's a blow, and it sort of meant the game has tailed off a little bit here, and we're going to have extra time added on, but it remains 1-4 to 1-3. It's close on the scoreboard, but It hasn't been that thrilling in the last 5 or 6 minutes, but there's going to be a close finish, and it really just could be anybody's, just whoever gets through. There's good forwards at either end that can get a score if Merritt Brown can do it again, or if Stephanie McAlpine can do it again. That could drip. Oh, don't know what she was going for there, but she didn't end up with anything, and Southeast have cleared it, and that is their new goalkeeper, Samantha Menton, who's got it up into the middle of the field. I'm trying to read what that number is back to front. I think it's 6, which would be Tara Dooley.
Yep.
That is
She's
Tara
another
Dooley.
Twin City Robert Emmett player.
TCRE.
Yes.
I was wondering, there were a few comments in the live chat about TCRE, so that explains it. The wind now is really picked up, and the girls now on the ball in pink are playing into that wind, so they're trying to get a score playing into the difficult conditions. Scrapping for it in there, and that's good play, but it looks like Coastal Virginia are not going to take advantage, and it was Samantha Turner back there for Southeast, clearing her lines and getting it away. Referee's looking at his watch, and we have 11.5 minutes, so there's a good 3.5, and then I think we could have a good 3 minutes on top of that, so plenty of time left and just a 1 point in it, but there aren't many scores in this game, so every score is going to be precious. Now, who's this taking this one?
That's Stephanie McAlpine again.
Every time I ask you, it's Stephanie. I should know by now.
Anything up top.
She takes everything. Nice connection as well, and beautifully taken. And a slap down, so it's going to be a free in. Now, who was that who caught that?
That was Megan.
5, is it?
Yes.
Parker. Megan Parker,
yes.
Yeah. It's like trying to read a number in a mirror. I think that's 13, which is Megan McCarty Cole.
Yes, yep, another TCRE.
With the yellow helmet, and her camera's right behind this one. She rolls it. Oh, it's just going to tail off to the right. And she's disappointed with that, of course. And she races back to help out in defence. That would have put 2 in it. But as it is, 1 point will level it for Southeast. But they've given that straight to, and I know it's her now, Stephanie McAlpine. But she's got 3 players for company.
Yeah, I think they specially designed to mark her the way they're marking her, with 2 to 3 people on her at all times.
Whoa, tough challenge coming in there now. Who was that? Small and
8.
tenacious.
Number
8 is Jennifer DeAugustine. Now this is a chance. This, I don't think she's going to get a point out of this, but she's going to drop this in and around the house. And it reaches one of her teammates. It is Samantha Menton. No, it's not. It's Kristen Bolt, and she tries to go through, but it's blown for overcarrying.
Wow, that was a close one.
Sorry?
That was a close one. That had my heart racing.
Yeah. 1-4 to 1-3. You survived. And now you've still got another 1.5 minutes of normal time. Now this is the girl who just nearly scored at the other end, McCaddy Cole. Oh, she hasn't connected well, and that opens the door for Southeast. There's a chance here to equalise, or maybe even to get a goal, and it's Merritt Brown. She got the goal in the first half, and she's got goal on her mind again. Oh, it's actually blocked by her own player in the Cole Gordon. It hit her own player. It might have gone into the net. As it is, they've got nothing out of it. Very low scoring second half, and it's Brown again. Lovely ball inside and gives it to Bolt. Bolt puts it over. We're level. It's a draw game in Celtic Park. It's tense, and that's me commentating, and you're involved, Seamus. So what's it like for you?
I would say it's very hard to not yell at every chance I get, because I want to cheer for them so badly. But my heart's racing with this. We need to pull this one out. So
I did warn you about that, but you've been very professional.
I appreciate that.
Now we're level game. Only a few minutes, I'd say, of added time, maybe 3 minutes. The momentum is with Southeast.
You look now; they're just staying with her within 5 feet of Stephanie, and we got to get the ball up top and let her run through them.
Yeah, we've had 2 great goals, McAlpine and Merritt Brown at the other end, and lots of great commitment like that. That was a super block.
Absolutely.
It's such a 50-50. This could even go to extra time. Oh no, there's the rain again. This day. I'm looking up and there's a beautiful blue sky.
Wait about 10 seconds. The sun will be back out, and it'll be temperature change of 20 degrees.
So 13, Samantha Turner for Southeast. They're battling along the line, and the decision has gone for Coastal Virginia.
Just need one more.
1-4 plays 1-4, and we're now in added time. Not extra time, but we might get that unless there's a score here. 12 was Danielle Lanfer. Look at that for commitment again. The ball is in there somewhere.
It's
Brown,
getting scrappy.
Yeah, Brown went in there and got a touch. Lanfear again. Sarah Spiller is on hand. Coastal, remember, in the pink jerseys, but hold on. Here comes Brown again. She got a goal in the first half. It's level at the minute. She doesn't get a good connection on it because of the defending, and I think it was McAlpine who was back there to put her off.
She's all over the place today.
And that was crucial because she just made her not able to compose herself there, you know.
Oh yeah.
And she looked favoured to put that over. Kristen Cardell inadvertently there, I think we'll say, went in with the tackle there and gave away the free. And she slipped, and it must be slippy out there with the rain that's coming down. It's kind of stopped again though, thank goodness.
Megan about to take the free.
Yeah, she takes all of these, whether it's in the attack or the defence. Good strike on that, that's why she takes them. Oh, beautifully taken though by Rebecca Brown for Southeast. Kristen Cardell, the number 9, but Megan does well. Or Samantha, is it? Yeah, it is Megan, she does well. There's a standoff. Referee is going to throw it in, I think. (1-4 to 1-4). Are we going to have extra time for the first time? We're over 2 minutes into added time. We're in the 3rd minute. Can somebody provide a little bit of magic and become a hero and get the winner? Or are we going to the referee? No, he's saying that's it. He calls a halt. And there's a generous round of applause from the sideline and from everyone on the far side for both teams for the effort that they put in. They're going to go and have to dig deep because they're going to play a little bit more. I checked this morning, it's 3 minutes more each way. So we have another 6 minutes of play, and beyond that it could even get more interesting, and it's possible because there haven't been that many scores. If there's no scores or if it's still level, I think we go to freeze, I think I saw it. So this could be interesting. This could go on for a while and sort of put the schedule back.
Yeah, both teams are really putting in all the effort and going all out, and it's awesome to watch them just put everything into it, knowing that this is for the cup and play their hearts out.
You know the way you play tournaments in the States, and you go around various parts of the States, whether they're invitational tournaments or sevens tournaments or whatever, and you Atlanta maybe, and you play here and you play there. How is the World Games different for you guys as an opportunity and as a platform and as a learning experience?
Well, coming out here and getting to see all the levels of play and seeing the other teams from different countries coming out and playing against them, and really seeing how the U.S. plays against teams like that. And then we have like Southeast, they had 2 squads, mixture of all their areas, and to watch them play and do so well was just a blast. And you kind of see how other people play and how they move the ball around to kind of pick up a new way of attacking other teams. So it's been a great experience. I'm sad that it's a 3-year experience and not a 1 to 2 years. But
the very first year they played it in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 2015. So they played out there, and it was an amazing event. And then the next year they brought it back to Ireland. So that's where it's been ever since. But it's great for you guys to be able to come to Ireland and experience not just the games but the culture, and going to clubs and meeting everyone and going to the All-Ireland final, so you get the Irish experience. Yeah,
it's actually been really awesome. Dream to come here and play here in Ireland. It's phenomenal, and having it somewhere else would be fun, but man, having it here, I don't know if anything could top it.
Well, that's a good way of summing up the week, and it's not over yet. So there's extra time coming up. 3 minutes each way. But if you take that second half, Seamus, there was about 17 and a half minutes played, and there were only maybe, was it three scores? Three scores in the entire half. So we could easily go 6 minutes here without a score and still be level. But look, let's see how it goes. I'm checking all the messages on the YouTube live chat on the channel there as well, so keep those coming. We'd love to hear from you out there in the States. There's a big crowd watching. There's over 350 devices tuned into this game, and as you're saying, it's early morning out there in the States, and it is the southeast and it is coastal Virginia. So what's the time difference? 5 hours?
I don't exactly know. I know we start, it was 6:30.
Have you not tried to phone home since you've been here?
I have, but without checking my phone every time, I have no clue what time it is back home.
You've obviously been having such a good time. Right, here we go. 3 minutes each way, I believe it is. Everyone in position, and to remind you, it's southeast in the red jerseys, so they're playing from right to left. Coastal Virginia are in the pink. Their jerseys are red, but they've had to turn them inside out for this game. So we're nearly ready. One more coastal player coming out, and then we'll get underway. 6 minutes to try and separate these teams. And in many ways, it's been one of the most entertaining and enjoyable finals so far today. The endeavour, the commitment, and look, here we go, and the way the crowd are getting behind him. Lovely ball through, and Merritt Brown is there again. Is she going to get a goal? No, it's blocked down, but she's not finished yet. She comes through, and at the second time she's blocked again, and it's going to be a free in. Crowd didn't like that decision, but it is a free in, and Merritt Brown causing all sorts of trouble. She's got a goal, and she is the captain of Southeast, so she wants to lift that cup. And now this is a great opportunity for Southeast to sneak into the lead, and as I was saying, 1 point at this stage is worth a goal. Now the referee is sent her out to the 21. She needs to get height in this, and she is in against the wind and maybe the sun as well, so she needs to strike this true and clean, and she does, and it's the lead for Southwest. They sneak into the lead 1-5 to 1-4, and I just wonder, could that be the winner even though it's early in extra time? Great distance on that puck out. Samantha Turner tries to get to it and does it the second time of asking, or maybe the third time of asking. She's persisting and she gets it and puts it over the line, but it's going to be a Coastal Virginia ball, and now the onus is on them. Can they get a score? 1 point down, 1-5 to 1-4, and they need to make hay in this first half of extra time because they have the wind on their backs, and maybe Southeast will just drop a little bit deeper as well, but Sarah Spiller is in the right place at the right time, but gives it straight back to Coastal. Great connection, and that could go all the way through, and it does all the way through to the goalkeeper, but Samantha Menton watched it well. She's done well in goals. She's been solid in there since she moved into goals. Now, who's going to win that decision? It's Coastal. And from distance, I think that's the captain who went in for the toss, but she's just put it to the left. I can feel the sense of frustration. You've gone very quiet in there.
Yeah, hoping they pick it up here and start getting those points. They're trying their hardest and putting everything out there right now. So
that's a good puck out though. And a hook comes in on Spiller. It's a frantic dive for possession every time. But it's Coastal who have it. They're trying to edge their way through, but they can't. That's good defending by Rebecca Brown for Southeast. And overcarrying decision against Danielle Landfair means that there's a free here for Coastal. A little bit too far out for you, maybe?
No.
You think she can put this over?
Absolutely.
Inside her own half? Okay.
With the
you heard
wind
it
going.
here. All right. Good point, Seamus. Yeah, let's see if she can do it and level this game. Oh, good connection. She's got plenty of height. It's gone to the left, though. Yeah, it's gone wide. And there is half-time in extra time, and she's unhappy with that. That was Ali Harmatz, and it's a 1 point lead, and they're going to have to turn around straight away. Linesperson coming in saying get straight on the pitch. Don't be going into huddles. Let's get straight on with this game. So 3 more minutes to be played. And you're playing into the wind, but it's not so bad at the minute. It's dropped and the sun is out as well. Hasn't quite fallen on us. We're still in the shade over on the far side of Celtic Park here from the stand, but it's getting there, and I'd say in about an hour's time we'll have the sun on us. Actually, they have gone in for a huddle. I'm sure the manager demanded it here.
Oh yeah, give them a little break and let their legs rest a little bit before going out there for the last 3 weeks. You know, they're gonna be giving it all they can at this last little bit, and
yeah,
we need 2.
3 minutes. At this stage, you'd take penalties or frees or whatever they're going to go to, wouldn't you? Just 1 point would do it.
Absolutely. Sorry to all the Southeast, but, you know, hoping for Kova.
Oh, no, it's okay. That's okay. Yeah, Benjamin was on the first half. You can do that. HF is watching from Pennsylvania, USA, cheering on the Tidewater girls. You don't know what that means. That's okay. Patrick Cullinan says, fantastic. Well done to all involved from the windy city of Chicago. Disappointed no Chicago hurling. Best of Irish culture. Keep calm and play on. And Zach Wood says it's now 8:05 in the morning. So they're up early and watching this thrilling finale to the International Camogie final in Celtic Park at the 2023 FRS Recruitment GAA World Games. Final number 5 out of 9 today. And that was McAlpine, of course, as Coastal try and force the issue. They're running out of time. They're into the last 3 minutes. But here's Merritt Brown, the captain of Southeast. What a player. What skill. Off she goes. She got a great goal in the first half. She's driving her team forward. She wants to lift that cup just in the stand above where she is at the minute. Look at the commitment. Look at the diving on the ball. They're throwing bodies all over the place at it. And the referee says, go on, get at it. And he still says, play on. They'll sort it out themselves eventually. And he's going to come in now and throw it in. But time is running out. Time is not on Coastal Virginia's side. Referee orders everyone away till he throws the ball. And this all suits Southeast. This is where Southeast rather. This is where they want to be. And Southeast have it now. And here's a chance. And lots of green grass in front of her, and she runs into it. That's nice running by Brown and lays it off. Oh, and drops it just at the vital moment. And Megan McHattie-Cole has it. Getting it up the other end is maybe a different story. It's a wide ball though, so this is a chance. I think this is what they call last chance saloon for Coastal Virginia. Megan needs to get it up that field, but the wind is just picked up, making it slightly more difficult. But they get it to the right player. They get it to McAlpine, but that's good defending by Megan Steffs, aided by Samantha Turner. Southeast just putting the ball out of harm's way. Is there one last hurrah?
Southeast just dropped so many players back on the defensive line.
I see that, yeah, and there's so many from your side, from Coastal, and I think they're just tired. It's too hard to get up there. There's 4 are back here, and they need to get up. There's only about a minute left, but they've had a tough week, and now they're on extra time. It's asking a lot, but there's still a chance. They got it. That could be a very important interception. Now, you get it up, and she's outnumbered. She's got 4 or 5 red jerseys around her and a goalkeeper. Surely it's asking too much even of her, but that's a good ball into the middle, nicely taken. Oh, and that's a crude foul. That's going to be a free out, and that will play into Southeast's hands. And in the last 20 seconds or so, and it's Brown, of course, who's been back there. And even though you're the other side, you have to give it to Brown. What an athlete she has been, and so tenacious in this game, and she's in the right place at the right time there.
Yeah, they really stepped it up, and they're doing a great job back there. I got to give it to them. They're doing so well.
Look at the way that's sailed down with the wind, and it nearly went all the way through, but Megan McHattie-Cole, always the last line of defence just before the goalkeeper. Second last line then. And here's Brown again. She took a hit a minute ago. She's been on the ground. She's been everywhere. She's going to collect the cup if it stays the way it is, and she is. It's final whistle time after extra time, and the All-American Derby has been won by Southeast, beating Coastal Virginia but I know it's a bit of a cliche, but they're all winners. They have come over to Ireland, they have taken part all week, they've had the Irish experience, and they've delivered a terrific final that has been terrific entertainment for everybody watching here in Southie Park and online. It's ended 1-5 to 1-4, and in ways, I'm going to put it to Seamus McVeigh, my co-com here from coastal Virginia. He sounds Irish, but he's definitely all-American. And Seamus, I'm going to put it to you that was a great final in many ways. It's great to see the culture, it's great to see the players non-Irish taking on the sport and loving Camogie and the way they're celebrating.
Yeah, it's just an awesome experience for all of us, and especially them being out there playing on this pitch today. You know, it's a dream come true for a lot of us, you know, to come play on a proper pitch for a final in Ireland.
A proper pitch? You don't get proper pitches out there, no?
Nothing like this, for sure. Nothing with stands and you know, the actual goals with the uprights. You know, very few of those. You have it in Chicago, Boston, New York. You know, some nice pitches, but you know, this with the scenery and the background, everything, it's just amazing.
Crowd loving it. They're getting a great reception here, and I know both sets of players. They all know each other. So they're all going to celebrate and commiserate with each other, and that's the spirit of the game, which is great to see as well, and they're shaking hands now. I wonder, can you pick out a few of the players who did particularly well today on both sides, and if you had to pick a player of the match, or maybe in the States you call it an MVP?
Yeah, it would have to be Southeast captain. You know, she really...
Merritt Brown?
Yeah, she really put it on her shoulders and took her team all the way, you know, with all the solo that she had, and running wild out there is fun to watch. You know, for Kova, just a great game for all the ladies, and man, they just did so well, and I'm proud of them, and so happy that how well they did today.
And when you think about it, I mean, your threat was obvious. It was Stephanie McAlpine, but Southeast management deserve a bit of credit. They spotted that.
Yeah, they knew going out. You know, we've gone down to tournaments in the Southeast, especially in January, where it's like negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit up in Minnesota. You know, it's 80 degrees in Tampa, and we go down there and play. And she's one that plays with us, so they've seen her before, and you know, they knew to mark her up pretty well.
They sure did. Lots of messages coming in on the live chat congratulating Southeast and both teams for the game. Jen says, well played by all today. Congratulations to Southeast and well played, Kova. So proud of you. That kind of sums it up. So lots of messages coming in there and lots of people enjoying the game online. It's been an honour to be able to bring it to you guys on such a special day at these 2023 World Games. Special day, special event, special final in the Camogie, and it's very, very well done to Southeast. And their captain, Merritt Brown, will now lead the team up to terrific applause and excitement. She will go up to collect the cup, and the Camogie president, Hilda Breslin, will hand over the Etty Kelly Cup to them. They're having a bit of difficulty getting up the steps. Oh, now they're going. Maybe photographs or something, or maybe they all want to do it together, but isn't that a great scene? Oh
yeah, absolutely. Southeast, the hurling brought 2 panels here, and that's all them right there, you know, out here supporting their ladies today, and you know, it's great to see all the support from all the clubs.
Johnny O'Sullivan online says mighty stuff Southeast. So you have lots of support. I mean, it's growing.
Oh yeah.
I want to see you back with 3 teams the next time.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get a panel for next time, and you know, have TCRE represented here.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, you know, we're focused on nationals right now.
So you have your own team.
Yeah, our junior B's panel is looking good, and we're ready to go. You know, the Camogie team is looking phenomenal, and I'm super excited for nationals and to bring home another cup for TCRE.
There's a cup about to be presented now. Hilda Breslin, president of the Camogie Association, applauding the winning team, applauding both teams on the effort that they put in, not just today but all week, and the effort they made to come all the way from the United States of America to Owenbeg and now to Celtic Park in Derry. And the captain, Merritt Brown, lifts the cup into the air, and I'm going to use a bit of a pun here, but she merited that trophy and probably Player of the Match award as well, with her goal and her all-out effort. She epitomised the effort that I've seen all week from the girls. They just give it everything. It's just immense what they have been doing all week. Congratulations to Southeast. Look at the colour, look at the banners and the flags. It's class.
Yeah, I think those locals here, and you know, all the locals here coming out and supporting all the teams is phenomenal. We were talking to people down south that just drove up because they wanted to see what was going up here, because you know, we met them at the bar and told them about this, and they just came up here to watch. So it's awesome to see all the support from all the locals here, and it's just amazing here. Awesome's
the word, to use an American one. Well done to all, and thanks to Seamus. Thanks very much. That's
absolutely
been a pleasure. It's been a hoot. Thanks for that. We have another game about to start, and pictures have been taken. The captains are in, and it's going to be the men's international final, and it certainly is international. It is a team from France against another team from France. I think it's an all-French game. We'll come to that in about a minute. We'll take a break. We'll give you a few adverts, and we'll reset ourselves. So we'll be back in about a minute with the next final.
The Galway defence called into action. Flemo McGovern is in. Goal!
He's gone a long way. Lays it across the centre, and it's fisted to the net from Ben Creeley. Moody under an awful lot of pressure, and he's got himself into a bit of a pickle here, and a goal opportunity for Tim, and it's taken by Jake Norris.
It's McCluskey, it's a goal!
Limerick's long run, undefeated in the Munster Championship, is brought to an end.
Now cut through, saved by Duffy, it's Mulroy, off the line, or was it? Here's Robbie O'Flynn. He's in again. Hugh!
It's a huge effort. It's an enormous score. They're in big trouble here. Goal chance for Clare. Expertly taken. What a brilliant goal that was.
Spots the run of McLaughlin. Owen McLaughlin. Records tumble at Fitzgerald Stadium in Killarney.
Trying to find Smith again. A clever flick on and a goal chance to Westmeath, and it's brilliantly taken. Merlin's beneath the dropping ball. Might break for Ireland. Joss! They've got their goal.
McGuigan kicking into the Brandywell end. It's Carl O'Connell. It's on its way. It's over. It's dropped full stop by Shelley. It's picked up by Hutchinson. And in fact, David Goff was given a penalty. So it's David Clifford.
We're on. That was a quick turnaround. We had about 60 seconds from the first game to this game, and so apologies for that, but they literally presented the cup and threw the ball in, and we were trying to take a little bit of a break, but we have gone straight on with this game, and it is the men's international final, and it is for the Sperrins Cup. So this is the 6th stream of today. I will give you the teams as we go, but let's follow it, the play, just for a second. Bright sunshine and heat now in Celtic Park, which is great. So it's turned into a lovely day and great atmosphere here as well, and I can see a lot of supporters for these teams on the far side, but I'm a little bit blind here, so thankfully I'm getting support from David Lewis, who I'll bring in a second. David, just wait, but I want to follow the play in case I miss anything here. And already this game is like the last one. There is superb and supreme effort, and these boys are going full at it right from the start. And it's let me get this right, David. So it's an all-French game?
It is, yeah. So Siròc, who are in the yellow, are from the southeast of France, and Gasconha will be the southwest. So it's the kind of the derby of the south of France.
All right. So it's like the last game in the Camogie, but it's French.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's Siròc.
Yeah, Siròc.
So Lyon, Grenoble.
Grenoble, Clermont, and Nice, I suppose.
And how do you pronounce the first one?
Gasconha.
Gasconha. Gasconha. There's no C or K's in there.
There should be a C in there.
Oh, there should be.
Yeah.
Gasconha.
So, which would be Bordeaux, Toulouse, and Niort.
Okay. And in the red, that's Gasconha.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
or it's sort of ready yellow. All right, so just for people watching, because I'm trying to get up to speed, I did see them the other day scoring a few good goals. So they are in the red, and Siròc are in the, is that maroon?
Yellow, maroon, yeah.
Yellow, okay, all right. Basic details out of the way, and it's Siròc, who I think have maybe lost the toss. They're playing into the strong wind in this first half. Now, the players' names I'm going to give in a second, or rather I'm going to get you to give, and I'm going to listen closely to your pronunciations. I was reading them last night and writing out the names last night and thinking, I have no idea what that is. There's one or two I'll be all right with. And this is number 3. I'm going with numbers at the minute before I bring you in. Well, certainly lots of endeavour and close tackling, and the crowd really up for this game. Big support for Siròc over on the far side.
Yeah,
David, what's your connection?
In this trip, I'm the coach of the Siròc ladies, and I'd be the coach of Leon of Londonum. So we have on the pitch here for Siròc, we have five fellas from Londonum playing. The rest will be mostly from Clermont and 1 or 2 from Azure.
So you live out there?
Yeah, I've been there for 20 years.
Oh wow! Yeah. All right, okay. Right, so you are the perfect man to help me here.
I hope so.
So this is Gasconha on the attack, number 11, Antoine Michel, I'm going to guess.
Yes, that's a good start for you.
Picked an easy one. Picked an easy one there. Benjamin Le Gurieka is number 5. Okay, there's a bit of a lull. So Gasconha number 1.
Loic Dupont.
Loic Dupont. 2, Nicolas Tissier.
Yeah.
Nicolas Tissier. 3, Francois
Rodier.
4, Paul Gaillard.
Yeah.
Gaillard. 5, we've had Benjamin. 6, Johan
Giomed.
7, Fabien
Trefondier.
Trefondier. 8,
Grégoire Nieb.
9, Loic Calvé. 10 is Kevin Jacques. 11 is Antoine Michel. 12,
Luca
Mehu, and 13, Max
Fischetti.
Fischetti. That sounds a little bit more Italian or Spanish.
I think probably Italian.
And it is Gasconha on the attack, and this is Calvé, number 9. Nice swing of the left boot, and it's the first score of the game, expertly put over for Gasconha by Loic Calvé. Siròc then, these are your lads, so number 1.
Alexi da Conceição, so I think he's Portuguese roots.
Ah, right, Conceição. 2,
Tom Turner.
I see what you did in the middle there.
Turner.
Ner,
yeah.
Okay, 3, Victor Moudin. 4,
Gabin Steph.
This is Siròc in the yellow and maroon we're talking about, by the way. 5 is Sebastian
Servois.
6, Cyril
Bessier.
7, Clément Slama.
Yeah.
8, Dorian Mesu.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
9, Anthony Escato.
Yeah.
Sounds Spanish. 10, Arthur Blanchon.
That's right. Yeah.
12, there's just one name for this.
The famous Tim.
Oh really? I knew there'd be a story behind that.
Yeah.
He's only down as one name, Timothy. But what's famous about him?
Well, he discovered last night that he had left all his boots and all his gear in Owen Bay.
Oh.
So we spent the morning kind of searching that for him.
Oh my goodness.
We should probably thank the clubs in Dungiven for sorting him out.
No way. Did he find his, or did he have to borrow some?
No, they actually brought his up this morning.
Brilliant. So how do you pronounce it? Is it just Tim, or?
Yeah, Tim.
We'll call him Tim. I like that. That's good. And 12 is Charles Reynal.
Yeah.
And finally 13, Jean-Baptiste Couder.
That's right, yeah.
Right. Maybe not so bad.
Not too bad, yeah.
We'll manage.
Pass.
So it's an all French derby. That's the exciting thing here. So what does that mean for the GAA and for Gaelic football in an area of France? I mean, I know about Brittany and I know about Paris, Gales, and that sort of area, but this is southern France.
Yeah, well, I think the whole World Games really has been reflective of how well France has developed in terms of football and how many native people are involved. Clermont, for example, are a 100% French club. There's no Irish at all in the club. So it's incredible to see the progress that they've made, and So this being a derby, these players really know each other very well.
Yeah, because as I say, I know more about northern France, but I didn't realise southern France was so vibrant. But they've really used these games as a bit of a platform to announce themselves. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would say so. And I think also in the last couple of years we've branched out to regional leagues as well as the All France League. So we have a Southeastern League, a Southwestern, a Central, which is really the origin of these regional teams today in the World Games.
All right, so they've given them games amongst their own areas.
Yeah.
Rather than having to come up and take on a pair of scales. But behind all of that, as we watch, maybe the second point going over. Is it going over? Oh, nicely taken indeed. And it's the number 13 for Gasconha. That's Kevin Jacques. And they go 2 points up. Now they are playing with that strong wind. But just come back to the story here. The leagues are obviously important, but I'm wondering why so many French people are now getting behind Gaelic games.
Well, I think certainly you can see amongst the people in our team. I think it's also repeated across all the clubs. You have people who have played maybe soccer or rugby or handball who are looking for another sport and fall upon Gaelic football, whether they've been on holidays or they have friends who played. It's just really increasing in popularity.
I mean, you watch them playing here. They know what they're doing. Now that might carry over with the wind. Actually, it was the number 12, Renal, who got a fist to that, but it still ended up going over the bar, and it was the number 13 for Gasconha, and that is Max Vichetti with that point. One-way traffic at the minute, but yeah, to just emphasise that point, I mean, they don't look out of place here.
No, the skill levels are very, very high, and the fitness levels are especially impressive. And really, they work very hard in mastering the basics, and tactically they're quite strong as well.
Well, they must have learned pretty quickly, because I don't think they've been playing that long, really.
No, there's one of Cyril, number 6, is by far the most experienced player. He's been playing for 20 years, I think.
This guy on the ball now,
yeah,
Bessier,
he's very good forward.
And as we say that,
he lost
turned
the
over.
ball, yeah.
That's what happens when you commentate. Don't worry about it.
it?
This is number 13 again, and it is Couder. No, it's not. It's Vichetti, and that one's gone wide on this occasion. So it must do your heart good for a man who's been out there 20 years to see this.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and to have seen all week so many French players and clubs involved, and so many people that you see maybe once every month at tournaments. It's fantastic, and to see how successful the French teams have been this week is I think proof also of not relying on Irish players and trying to get as many native people involved in playing.
Absolutely. Yeah, they've done really well. They must be the most vibrant country in Europe outside the UK, certainly numbers wise, and they've been very successful this week, as you say.
Yeah. I think there's nearly 30 clubs now all over France, so it's just continuing to develop year on year.
There's something about connecting with the Irish culture, the Celtic connection, that kind of thing. Is there that part of it, or?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, especially in Brittany, that would be a huge part of it.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they don't want to be French.
No,
they'd rather be Irish.
That's
I think.
it. Yeah, and I think in Brittany even they're starting to do GAA at PE in school.
No way.
Yeah, so it's incredible.
They didn't like it one time when I talked about a video, and I think I called it the French connection. They were, we're not French, and we're not connected. It's a nice ball through. Nice green boots as well. That's Gregoire Nieb. Surrounded though. Hold on a minute. Kevin Jacques has got 1 point already. Now this is Benjamin. I'm going to attempt his surname, Liguri Eric, and he's trying to get a little bit of room. Forced to go right, but they're playing like Gaelic footballers. They're taking their time and they're making nice runs, and there's a fantastic goal. Oh my goodness, Fabien Trofanier has put it in the top corner. Well, I was trying to praise them there for looking like proper Gaelic footballers, and they just absolutely proved that point. That was a belter.
A great finish, really patient, and that's the hallmark of the Bordeaux club, is to stay on the ball for as long as possible. No silly kicking the ball away stupidly. They kind of made sure they gave the ball to a man in space, and a great finish.
Or the man on the run, and he made a brilliant run.
Yeah.
That was fabulous. Can you tell me about, so you know Siròc
Yes.
more than any of them, so can you tell me about some of these lads? What sort of characters are they? What do they work at? What sort of nicknames do they have? What sort of boys are they?
But certainly the Leon boys would know very, very well. One of them, Charles, number 12, he was actually due to fly home this morning and he used to go to Lebanon for a wedding and cancelled all just to make sure he was here for the flight. They're all very hard working and I'd say a bit of crack most of the time. I think they'll really enjoy this evening, win or lose after. They've been very disciplined all week, no boozing or eating.
So he changed his flight arrangements just to be able to play in this final. Maybe he didn't expect to get through, but when they got through, he was saying there's no way I'm missing.
There's no way he's missing out, that's right.
And what about the other lads? What do they all work at? What sort of boys are they? The Leon boys are, if you know them.
Yeah, there's a couple of them would be engineers and there's a couple of teachers as well. And I know Victor Moudon, number 3, he only started with us this September and the progress he's made is just phenomenal.
So word's getting round by the sounds of it, you know.
Yeah, and I think we've also managed to have a bit of publicity in France itself, so that also helps, you know, to recruit people. And it's sometimes word of mouth is the biggest recruiter we can have.
Well, you see the way the wind has taken that ball way over to the right, and it's playing havoc with Siròc in the first half. That's why they haven't scored. And Gasconha just lumping that ball forward, but it's going to come straight back at them. Sebastian Servois, number 5. There's room in the middle here. Maybe if they can get through. Tim is poised. You can see he's sort of waiting, saying, give me that ball, I'm going to pounce. He is waiting. He's in that sort of central position. I'm waiting for it to come over to him. He's got the right boots on now. I'm checking also the comments on the live chat. And there's one in French you're going to help me with. Ali Fabien so go Fabien, all to look out for or something, the bottom message, or all to play for, the very bottom one.
Yeah. I think it's his company are all watching this match.
They're all watching the match. All Fabian's company are watching the match.
Infotel, I think.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, an Infotel is like a...
I think probably a computer. Or
oh, right, okay, cool. All right, well, it's good to know.
I know that back in Lyon, one of the Irish pubs, one of our sponsors, has opened up specifically so that the people can watch it. Yeah.
Well, give a shout out for
everybody in Johnny's Kitchen and from Lord Dunham. Hope you're enjoying the match, and hopefully the second half will see us win the cup.
I think I actually saw that coming up earlier on, you know. Rick Fowler says, could we have a shout out to the Azure Gales from Nice, Cannes and Antibes in France, cheering on Anthony today for Siròc. So there you have it.
That's Anthony just in front of us here.
What number is he again?
Number 9.
Number 9. And Virginia has just told me that in the last game in the Camogie it was Daniel Lanfair who lifted the trophy. Sorry, I've made a few mistakes with people over the far side collecting trophies or presenting trophies. That's the second one. It's so far away and it's in the dark over there, so apologies for that. But thank you for the information, putting that right. It's half time here, and it's been a very entertaining first half. It's flowing by, and we're glad you're all enjoying the coverage. Keep the comments coming. Carmel wants to know who won San Francisco against New York hurling this morning. I can tell you it was New York won that quite well indeed in the end, although it was a really good game. We're going to take a 1 minute break or so for half time. We'll be back for the start of the second half.
When you think of Northern Ireland, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Is it our heritage? Our vision for the future? Or something altogether greater? At Northern Irish Connections, we see the ambition and drive it takes to make this region special. Whether it's an instantly recognisable homegrown brand, surging growth in our financial services sector, or developing the most innovative cybersecurity platforms in the world, there's a thread that runs through us all, a tie that binds, a bond that keeps us together, that makes note, visited. When you think of Northern Ireland, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Is it our heritage? Our vision for the future? Or something altogether greater? At Northern Irish Connections, we see the ambition and drive it takes to make this region special. Whether it's an instantly recognisable homegrown brand, surging growth in our financial services sector, or developing the most innovative cybersecurity platforms in the world, there's a thread that runs through us all.
Welcome back for the start of the second half, and there's a story about the duck in the background that David Lewis can explain to us. That's the Siròc ladies over there, and they've been creative and imaginative.
Yeah, a couple of them they created postcards and so on, so I think a couple of them are creative types, but the Siròc, the duck has been the badge of the regional team. So obviously this morning they spent a bit of time making a mascot for us, and they're getting over their defeat in the ladies' plate final yesterday.
That was your team?
Yeah. Probably the coaching that lost the final for them.
No, that's not what I was implying at all. But oh look, there was 93 teams here.
Yeah.
You know, and there's only 18 here today, so no shame at all. And I'm sure you had 4 great days of competition.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. And talking to the guys there today, the game plan was keep it tight in the first half and go for it in the second. So hopefully not too far behind.
Well, they did that because they didn't score in the first half.
Yeah, they also have, the only team to have a 0-0 during the tournament.
I don't know. Now I think they've got the win behind them second half. It's 1-3, but it's only a couple of scores really, and if they can get the pressure going, they might be all right here and make a game of it. And it's going to be tough in the second half, playing into the wind for this team, for Gasconha. And I was going to say, it gives a shout out for a few of the girls. Who's playing and what are those girls like?
I must say they're a fantastic group all together. So we had 2 girls from Parnells who had just started playing Gaelic football, so it was an incredible experience for them, Yasmin and Alex. We had 2 girls from Lyon, Estelle and Lucy, and then the vast majority from Clermont. And we're a great bunch, a great week all together.
Great defending there at the back with the number 3 for Gasconha, Francois Rodier. Nipped out there really smartly and won that. But the pressure is going to come right back. This is going to be a long second half for Gasconha. It all depends if Siròc can translate possession and territorial possession into scores. Here's the first test. They're just going to lump this in there into the danger area. Oh, and he got a punch at it, and that could have gone anywhere. But it's gone wide, and they remain 0-0. So if you're just joining us, it is Siròc in the yellow and maroon, and it's Gasconha in the red, and it's the southwest of France against the southeast of France, really. It's a derby between 2 French regions, and it's this team in the red, Gasconha, who are leading 1-3 to no score early in the second half. It's the men's international final after a long and tough week of football at Owen Begg. This is the showcase. This is the final for the Sperrins Cup. This is number 13, Max Fischetti. Played very well in the first half, as did this fella. Bursting through, that's great determined play, and they hold on to the possession so well, and the effort is going to come in from Gregoire Nieb. Has he got it over? I think he has, yeah, and maybe the wind actually helped there to drift it in a little bit. That's the first score in this game into the wind, and it stretches the lead 1-4 to no score. And it's really up to Siròc now. They really need to up the game and get a score, but they look like they're a little bit down in the dumps, and maybe a score would start to change things. But look, they're a little bit slow to react to that, and it's Gasconha's number 4, Paul Gaillard, who is able to get possession, and he's still in possession. Their tails are up, they're enjoying this.
They're playing very patient football, just making sure they control the ball. With the scoreboard and the clocks in their favour, very smart move.
Lots of messages coming in on the live chat. I'll get to them in a second. Thanks for that. Just following the play here, and it's that man Gaillard again, number 4, and again very composed on the ball, as you say, very patient. Timothy's been quiet though. I'm waiting for him to make an impression here so far, but he's got the ball now. So Tomas, or well, I'm sure it's not Tomas in French, it's Thomas, Ligurier, but it's his. Is it his brother?
Brother or something, yeah.
How do you? I'm not sure how you do to Thomas in French. Sorry. And then that one, yeah, Johnny's Kitchen is the place to be. Siròc Abu is the message.
It's from Great War.
And Ale Anthony Escado, Azure Gales are with you,
That's
I
right.
think.
Yeah.
And Sev says Gasconha Abu, you've got this, lads. Well, they have at the minute. And Matilda says Siròc ladies indeed being creative. And Angie Flory says, did I miss the Charlotte's Connolly's, James Connolly's game? You haven't. It's coming up, don't worry. It's going to be on here. And Julien Billere says Ale Victor. Again, you're going to have to translate that second one now, third one off the bottom.
I think it's a French person making reference to the fact that GAA shorts are quite tight and short.
Right, okay. There was one earlier on in one of the games in summer, or maybe it was this game, and someone wanted to know if the number 13 was available. And there's Thomas is back. He says Benjamin's brother is right. Don't be afraid. Even French people are facing issues pronouncing our name. There's another good point. Into the wind as well. That's really impressive.
It's a great score, yeah.
And it makes it 1-5 now. And
it's hard to see us coming back at this stage.
It is. But, you know, a goal would just totally change things. But they can't get out at the minute. The press is on from the kick-outs, and that's a good long kick-out. But still, it goes straight to Gasconha. And it was Treffandier who got the goal. And he's out there to try and intercept. But this is Gabin Steff. That's good strong work by him, and he shrugs off Rodier, which is not easy to do. And there's the low shot, surely a goal, and it is. And it's the number 2 up there. It's Tom Tournier, and he has got a goal for Siròc. Their first score of the game, halfway through the second half, and just maybe that will spark a dramatic revival in this French derby. It's not over yet.
The comeback's on. I'm glad they got a score. It would be horrible not to get on the scoreboard.
I think it was the number 10 who kicked it in. Was it Arthur
Blanchard?
But it was him who had the initial shot, and it just broke. And that's exactly what I was saying. It can happen.
I should just make a quick mention, shout out to Dorian, who unfortunately had dislocated his shoulder on Tuesday, so he hasn't been able to play, but he's stepped in and done a bit of coaching on the sideline. So we wish him well in his recovery.
There's been a few like that this week. There was one or two this morning as well. It was actually a Derry lad who was all the way home, I think, from, was it New York or San Fran? I can't remember. And he got injured and wasn't able to play here at Celtic Park. Now, Gasconha just holding possession, trying to recover from the goal they conceded. They still have a good 5-point lead, and this is the number 5 coming forward. His brother is watching online, and that was the number 8, but blocked down brilliantly. And it's just a bit more of a lift in the Siròc players, but they just need to get possession together and a little bit of play together, and need to get up the field. But Gasconha are playing a really intelligent game here, David Lewis, I would say.
Yeah, the biggest problem at the moment for Siròc is just getting their hands on the ball. Great possession football from Gasconha, and they look like they're in for a score here.
He got a goal. And now he's got a point, and he took that. If anyone saw that and didn't know what this game was, they wouldn't think that guy wasn't from Ireland.
No, perfect technique. You know, wouldn't look out of place anywhere at all at home.
You know, he got the ball, nipped inside, dropped the shoulder, a bit of speed, and put it over the inside of the boot.
Some of the play from Gasconha has been incredible today. Like, very, very impressive.
Is this as good as you've seen them?
Yeah, I only got to see one of their matches through the week, but this is quite typical, I would say, of how Bordeaux play. Very measured and very hard. Once they have the ball, very hard to get back off them.
1-6 now, so they have a 6-point lead. They've recovered well from conceding that goal.
Yeah.
And Siròc haven't been able to build on it. They haven't been up the field even, hardly. They have a chance now, though.
We haven't really made the most of the win at all.
Yeah, but it's difficult. You know, they've gone long and it's not worked. They've gone short and now they have the ball from the short kick out. So maybe that'll work for them. But then the tough challenge comes in. That was the number 9 Loic Calvé with the
challenge
challenge.
here.
Over the top. That is the long ball you were talking about. It's a goal effort. What a save by the goalkeeper. It may even have been connected by his own player going back there at Nieb. He may have even got the touch on it, but either way, he made a brilliant reactive reflex save there, and he's got a very colourful, nice jersey too. Reminds me of those loop-the-loop ice creams you used to get.
Yeah, something Benny Tierney might have worn.
But that was important because a goal there would have brought it back to just one goal in it, and it would have given them a great lift. But what a ball carried by the wind. I mean, that was Route 1 football at its best.
It was also a great run from short, from right up from corner back.
But maybe that's what they need to do more then, just launch it. Because that wind is strong. Now the goalkeeper, Alexis, the Portuguese. And they just lash at it, but it's gone out for another 45.
So I think you can see definitely its goals are required, and that's what they're going for here.
Alexis
Conceição.
Thank you.
He even sent a voice message with a pronunciation so we could make sure we didn't make a mistake.
He does what?
He even sent me a voicemail message this morning to make sure.
Oh, they are going low still. Even from that. And that was the number 10 who went for it, Blanchard. What are we like for time? He's still at 5 minutes, I think I had to take in a point there. Very difficult to get a goal from that sort of situation.
It is, yeah.
But it's Antoine Michel now for Gasconha.
See, they're keep ball really.
Yeah, these guys have obviously been well coached. They watch a lot of Irish football because this is kind of the way the modern game is played.
It is, yeah. They're very strong at it. It's very hard to get the ball off them.
I don't want them to watch too much of the modern game though.
Well, that's the one thing that's still very pleasant in Europe, is that there's still more adventurous football played.
Adventurous is a good word. Or maybe it's because it's 9 aside.
It does make a difference, of course, yeah.
But it's the culture too, isn't it, But I mean, there was a game the other day, it was a challenge game, right? Oh, hold on, I'll watch this. There's a collision there, and it could be a goal here because Gaillard is there, the number 4. Oh, and it's blocked on the line. That is a great block. I think it's a free in, though. There was a foul somewhere in there. It's going to be a free in. But yeah, there was a game the other day. They had some Derry clubs played challenge matches, and there was a team in red, and they were playing, and the ball was thrown up, and the Derry team won it from the throw in and tapped it back. And then the guy looked around him and went further back and went back to the goalkeeper. And then he went to the guy on their left, and then he came over to the right, and I was going, oh my God. And I was really annoyed because you're filming it, and all week you're used to this exciting football. You don't know what's going to happen next. And they just totally killed the moment. You're going, come on. Read the email. This is World Games. This is good crack here. Don't be bringing that football in here. So I love watching these guys. It's a very raw kind of football.
Yeah.
And it's maybe disorganised at times, but it's unpredictable and it's enjoyable. And maybe I'm just getting old, but it seems to remind me of what football should be and used to be.
I also think we have a duty. We're promoting our own games, our own sport. Let's make the best product, or make it as entertaining for them to play as possible, without taking silly risks. But I don't think we wanted to see very few sweepers and things like that.
But if you went to a French player and said, or a French team and says, right, from the throw-in, I want you to catch it and go backwards immediately.
It'd be anathema to what we're
They wouldn't understand that.
No, they're looking.
I mean, that's not really a brand you want to. Yet you see it. You go to the Middle East or somewhere, and they're playing that. All the Irish lads are playing it.
I suppose maybe too, it's a generational thing. Depends on who's coaching and who's playing.
Yeah, it's gone too far for me, I have to say. I don't know if it'll ever go back to what it was, because it's the coaches all point to results. But to me,
bottom line,
when you get older, you realise it's not all about results. You got to look after the game and people who want to watch it.
I think it's very clear. As you said, this is like our World Cup essentially. We want to put our best face forward.
Oh, hold on, it's that man Blanchard again, going for a score. He didn't go for a score from a free, but he goes for one from play. But he's just put it to the left. He's a useful player, though, isn't he?
He's a great left foot. Nice forward. Good direct ball into him once again.
Good kick out. Oh, an important hand in though by Jean-Baptiste Couder, number 13, and that could be an important possession one for Siròc as the sun goes in. Oh, that's gone astray, or has it?
Well done, Tim.
Siròc's number 11, and it's Tim And he gives it to Clement Slama.
So Clement is the coach as well.
Ah, right. And he's player coach.
He's just come back from a serious cruciate ligament injury.
Yes.
So he's only come back in the training pitch about 2 or 3 weeks, so it's great to see him out.
Wow. That shows how much he wanted to play in this.
There's no stopping him.
So time running out 1-7 to a goal. They haven't scored a single point.
No, maybe gone a bit too early for the goals.
Yeah, they could have had a point at the 10-minute mark.
It's very sensible play, professional play, really.
Yeah, they've kind of killed the game, but they've
run
just
the clock down.
Been very sharp. But it's
Yeah.
it's not like they're doing it in their own line though.
No, they're still trying to create attacking chances, so they're not just moving the ball backwards all the time. It's a long way up the field from here.
It is, but when you launch it, the ball travels very quickly in this strong wind,
yeah.
and they nearly got a goal out of it. I just wonder what would have happened if it had got a goal that time. It just might have been interesting. As it is, 1-7 to a goal.
Chance here.
Here's Escato. Blanchamp is available with that wand of a left foot. And off he goes, rather crudely fouled, but the referee, is he giving? No, he's bringing it back in.
Maybe could have let him go.
Crime pays sometimes. We're in added time.
This has to go into the square.
It has to go in, yeah. And more. It's anywhere will do. Referee looks at his watch. Referee not happy with that challenge. Treffender has blotted his copybook. He's had a great game up tonight. Tim, now seeing what he can do, gives it to Couder. Great ball across, but well taken. And it was a number 2, Nicolas Tessier, and it's Gasconha who have won the French derby in Celtic Park in the World Games. Never really thought that's the line in commentary I'd ever get to say.
No.
But it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a fascinating game. It's been a brilliant game, and the quality on show has been fantastic. The standard has been good, and as David Lewis was saying earlier, this is about development and the strength of the game in France. They've shown it all week here. They've been surely the biggest numbers of any team in Europe, and they've done themselves really, really proud, David. And as an Irishman living abroad 20 years in that area, you must be thrilled at just this occasion, never mind who won.
Yeah, and to see this, there's people obviously on this pitch, but other matches that you saw starting as a 17 or 18-year-old, no idea of how to play Gaelic football, and now playing to the highest level at our standard. It's incredible to see. And I should really congratulate Gasconha. They were the favourites going into the match, and they more than lived up to the hype.
They really did. They played great football. There was only the one goal, but that's all they needed. They conceded one goal themselves in the second half, but their defensive play and their composure on the ball was really something to behold. The players now going over to the presentation area, and the Siròc players will go over towards the Siròc ladies who are over there with their banners and the duck that they made this morning as well. And they will commiserate with them, and in time they will say, well, it's all been a fantastic experience to be here. And that's something that has been picked up on the YouTube live chat as well. Great to see GAA take root all over the world. Would love to watch more international team matches. That's from Atomic Junction, whoever that is. And well done, Gasconha. We'll get back at you eventually one day. Louise Harvey says, Hon Gasconha, and she's offering to teach me how to pronounce the French names, but with a Donegal accent. I'm not sure that'll work.
She's a lovely accent, Louise.
Maybe they're quite similar, are they, really, when you think about it. Siròc supporters being the best. Franco says, Go Blanchon. And is that, what do you pronounce that?
That's I know this person very well. It's Braidware.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he says, Siròc number 6, Cyril, is not only one of the most experienced players, but has also created 2 clubs, Vannes and Provence, and has been chairperson from French GAA. He's one of the French legends, just as Davis. Thank you for that comment. So keep those coming on the live chat. We're delighted to hear from you, and delighted that you are enjoying these terrific finals. It really has been a special day It's been all sorts of weather and all sorts of play, and we've had Camogie and ladies football, and we've had hurling from San Francisco to Sydney and Australia, and to France on the way back, a French derby, an American derby. I mean, it's just amazing.
Incredible scenes, and the whole vibe, the whole week has just been fantastic.
Yeah.
And walking from pitch to pitch, and even especially I think for a lot of us in Cambodia, it was incredible to see people travelling from so far to participate.
I have a message in from Matt, and he says, by the way, the number 12, Charles Reynal for Siròc, is an ex-footballer with Saint Etienne. That's why he wears the green gloves.
No, he will hate that.
That's a joke, is it?
It is.
Ah, right, okay.
Charles is a big Olympique Lyonnais fan, and Saint Etienne.
Ah, right, okay. That's like a Spurs Arsenal thing.
It is, yeah.
Ah, okay. The presentation of medals has been made to Siròc, and now it is the Gagnés, the winners, the champions from Gasconha. Siròc have got their medals, but Gasconha will be up, and their captain will get the cup. Not sure which one it is. I think they've just called it out. Who's the captain? Do you know?
I'm not 100% sure.
No, we'll watch it here if I can see. As I say, it's very hard to see over there.
Maybe I'll be Benjamin.
Let's see. They're trying to get him to the front. And Larry McCarthy, the GAA president, is in place to come up and get the trophy. I think there might be two of them. Sometimes they bring the injured player up. Maybe that's what it is. There's two of them over there.
It's Benjamin and Johan.
And the players all getting around for the celebration and for the photograph. Well done to the guys in red and yellow. Gasconha from France win the French derby. There was always going to be a French winner, and they give another one for luck. They have won the Sperrins Cup, the men's international final here in Celtic Park. Well done to them. We're going to take a break and be back with the next final, which is surely only a few minutes away, and that's the ladies international final. Charlotte James Connolly's against Canada. We cannot wait for that one, and it's only a few minutes away, so we'll take a break and we'll be right back with that one.